そうだ、味方だぜ。
Turn that off now. Hello, and welcome everyone to D6, where I, Osham, bring together a bunch of friends from across the internet to play on a D&D live stream show. You may have noticed that we are over on YouTube instead of the usual Twitch account. If by any chance that we run into any issues, please let us know. First off, we're going to go ahead do some quick reads for our wonderful sponsors. Unfortunately, Elderwood hadn't got back to me this week, but I have a meeting on Monday, so I'm just going to still do my Elderwood Academy thing. So if you guys are interested in Elderwood Academy, they make wonderful dice peripherals like this dice tray that they sent me, and Boo also got one, which is super awesome. And then also Caitlin has a wonderful dice tower, which I kind of wish I got. Any which way, if you guys are interested in checking out Elderwood Academy and a bunch of their dice vaults, dice, and dice trays, dice towers, then please, by all means, do check out the link down below. And here on YouTube, there is a direct link, so you don't have to remember what that link is this time. So by all means, do check out Elderwood Academy. patreon.com/d60r/. Next up, I want to give a huge shout out to our wonderful patrons over on Patreon who continue to support me and everything that I do. If you guys are interested, once again, there is a link down below in which you guys can head over to the Patreon should you decide that you want to support the ongoing endeavors, both as, just regular Eurasian and then this project and many others to come. So, that being said, we're going to just go ahead, jump into games. So, hello, friends. You may awaken.
Woo.
Woo.
Oh. And just to want to let the audience know that there might be some fucking gay yelling in the background. Say hi. Too busy gaming, but yeah.
Still no hellos.
Wow. While he's playing,
we have a secret seventh special or seventh player this week, and that's with Sir Meow.
It's just Boo's boyfriend yelling in the back, playing a game.
Right.
He's being a real gamer right now.
Yeah.
Real gamer boy.
So somewhere in the rest of the castle, there's another adventurer trying to fight off beasties.
Yeah, he's having an equal amount of issues. I love how this is the backstory we've chosen. All right, so is there anything else pressing before we go into tonight?
Never.
Nope.
Just want to always make sure. All right, nothing else pressing, nothing standing. All right.
No, wait. There is one thing though. Did you catch up dice? What happened last time?
briefly, I believe we have. I know what. I'm pretty familiar with what happened during the first week I was out. I was swamped with stuff. But I believe y'all. I have to check the DMs really quick.
Yeah. Don't worry because we do have a recap, so that way, whatever I have missed, you'll know.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Yeah. So, that being said, let's go ahead and jump on into tonight's episode of D6. So, where we had last left off. Oh, right out of the gate. So, as our adventurers had entered into the castle of Ravensborough, our adventurers being nearly killed after being drowned in blood, and then subsequently entering what is the main foyer after completing a small combat with some driders who had showed up out of nowhere and finding one of the dolls, and then subsequently completing the mirror, the mirror puzzle, and trying to not freeze their asses off, managed to get back into the foyer, putting both of the plush dolls that they had initially found, opening what had been the portrait towards the ballroom. This is due to the proprietor of Ravensborough herself noting that these adventurers had arrived. And thus, after doing a small dance and basically activating this giant crystal chandelier that is way above the ballroom, releasing what is this bloodied Nalfashne appearing before everyone as they try to cross the floor to the next door. And thus, you had all already rolled initiative. So.
Oh boy.
Good.
Let's go.
Let's go!
Alright.
No.
So, as this creature beginning to crawl out of this blood sack that is now relieved across the entirety of the floor, you can see as it begins to gnash in those big bony tusks, as well as what are these thick, unbelievably both leather and metal scrapped gloves with two shining reddish jewels on the back of them. As he sees all of you, he lets out this gnawish roar, echoing inside of the ballroom altogether. So, River,
Yes.
You're first.
What's up? How can I help you
And
with?
you will be the first on the initiative roll, so...
So River
you
does.
are-
River does. I'm gonna get as close as possible to the creature in between it and the party.
Five. That's 25 feet of movement right there.
Oh,
Trying to get as close as you can.
You and
That
your
is-
tiny legs.
That's the monster. That's the fucking
I
monster.
can't get close. I'm
You have
gonna
a
have
rock
to.
you can throw at it.
No, I'm just gonna keep my weapons with me, and I'm gonna enter a dodge,
Dodge position?
stand. Yep. So if it attacks me, it's going to be with disadvantage.
Alright. I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
I am sorry.
Yep.
Oh boy.
Wisdom saving throw.
Yep.
So that is a 10.
Oh boy.
Okay.
Do I fail it?
You do
I need to
fail.
know. Okay.
You are failing.
So it's going to use. I need to use my Incometech. 14.
14. That's still gonna be a no. That's a fail.
Okay.
So, under this circumstance, I'm not sure how much bigger that ring can be. As you get close and run up to it, you see these blinding lights that emanate off of the Nalfishne as it stares into your eyes, those blood red eyes. You suddenly feel the fear of God or something from a different world envelop you. You are considered frightened.
Well, okay then. Frightened, if I recall, I have disadvantage on attacks. I do. I cannot get close to the source of my.
You cannot
Fear.
willingly
Don't
move
halflings have a
closer.
bonus against fear?
Ooh, wait.
Ooh.
That is true. I rarely get to use this to the point that I forgot. Let's see.
All right,
So you have
brave.
advantage.
Very
Okay.
nice.
Yeah, halfling. Yeah, braveness. So that would technically be a 10 or a 14. 14. Or. No,
Because indomitable.
Yeah, because indomitable. So. That's going to be a 17.
All right. So you are not frightened.
Hey.
Oh.
As you
Thank
see
you.
and
God, I
feel
never
the
get to use it.
emanating fear of this, you just shake your head off and you raise your blade once more and prepare for whatever combat this thing will bring to you. All right. So, anything else for you?
What I can do. That's my action in my movement.
All right. It is now the Nalfishne's turn.
I have only seen this thing once, and it was in a Puffing Forest video.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's the Tomb of Annihilation video.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I remember that.
I'm gonna use his teleport ability.
He's gonna go hog wild.
He's going Mobus.
He's getting funky.
As
He's gonna
you
do the
see
funky
Well, okay then.
This
Oh, boy.
creature, as it steps towards you, you see as it turns to this blood red mist emanate from behind as it suddenly appears with its full emanation. So I need Sirocco, Canis, Helena, Garu, and Daki to all make wisdom saving throws.
Version.
Wait, hold
Canis is
on,
immune
hold
to fear
on, no.
effects, and anyone standing
Hold
behind
on,
him
you
is as
wait a
well.
minute.
Alright.
You wait a minute. You said it's based
Four.
on sight, right?
4.
Oh, Garu, you're not affected by this. Yeah.
Quick question, Yara.
Yeah.
Is that in its turn or each player's start of their turn?
So it's whenever it's within the radius. It doesn't matter. As it. So.
Okay.
The Nalfishne magically emits scintillizing multicolored light. Each creature within 15 feet of the Nalfishne that can see the light, which practically everyone but Canis and Garu, must make a wisdom saving throw. So that's going to leave Sirocco, Helena, and Daki. So I'll quickly go across. So Sirocco.
16 plus 1 is 17.
All right, you're good. Helena.
Woo!
Natural 1.
Great roll, that
no.
shit.
Ah, thank you.
Okay.
I use my reaction.
Not that much better. 10.
Ah! There goes my reaction.
All right, and Daki.
4.
All right. So, Sirocco, as you see this thing, as blinding reddish light appears beside all of you, you suddenly feel this immense cold shiver down your back as it now begins to loom over. It looks at Helena being the most scared, and it's going to make all 3 of its attacks on her.
Boy.
Oh no.
Alright, so first one
I'm going to use my uncanny dodge for at least one of these.
So the first one's going to be 28.
Yeah.
So that will be its bite attack. Its next 2 attacks is going to be... That will be a 27.
Yeah.
This one will be a 21. So
Yeah.
1 bite, 2 claw attacks.
All
So
right.
which one are you going to do that on?
I'll do the bite.
Okay. So I'll go ahead, roll your bite damage. Let's see. It's cocked. That's going to be 26 points of bite.
In half.
So in half, so that will be 13 points.
13.
As you feel the sharp pain as it comes down on you. And then, next up, are its claw attacks, so. However, Helena, so, as it comes down with its first claw, you notice as this reddish lightning beginning to emanate from both these shining gloves as as the first one strikes down on you. You take accumulate that first hit's damage. So you take 16 points of lightning damage.
Reduced by half if she's within 10 feet of me.
Oh, wonderful.
Yes, yes.
Because I'm a Storm Herald Barbarian, everyone within 10 feet of me has resistance to lightning damage.
Oh, actually,
Neat.
because I have my radius.
Ooh.
So, what's it, 10 feet?
10 feet, I believe.
Okay.
I think she's scraping just along the edge
I
of
was
it.
going to say I might be just out.
We'll have to see.
No, she's just outside of it.
Yeah.
Darn.
I appreciate
For the
attempt.
future,
Yep.
for the
good to know,
future,
though. Good
everyone
to
within
know.
10 feet of me has resistance to lightning damage. As long as I'm raging.
And then that's going to be 20 points for that first claw attack plus that lightning, and then the second one is going to be... Wow, 3
Was it
ones.
20 total or 16 plus 20?
So it's 16... Or no, it's 13 because... Oh no, wait, that was 13 for the bite.
Yeah.
So it was... oh, good thing I have it. So 16 lightning damage, and then 20 for the actual slashing damage. And then this one is 8 slashing damage, and that's it. And as the lightning dies out and the gloves begin to no longer emanate the same as that first strike.
Hurt bad.
Alright, so. Yeah, Helena, I gave you a match.
Yeah, yes you did.
Alright.
You run away.
Yeah, pretty much.
That. I think that's going to be it for him. that will end the Nalfashne's turn. Sirocco, you're up. Canis, you're on deck.
Is there any way I can position myself to get closer to more of my comrades?
Did you do?
From this position.
From this position? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6?
Preferably without leaving its threat.
Unfortunately, no. You would...
Alright.
He will instigate an attack of opportunity if you leave.
Alright, I'll just have to plow through them then. I am going to... these are going to be reckless attacks.
Okay.
Going in with the Dragon Slayer Greatsword. 24 to hit.
Yep, that will hit.
Okay. Takes 6, 7, 20 slashing damage.
20 slashing.
And the force of it hits him like a tidal wave, and he needs to make a strength saving throw.
Alright, what's the DC?
DC is 18.
Alright, That's gonna be a 22.
He succeeds. He is not knocked prone. But I am going to attack him again.
Okay.
Natural 20.
Hey!
Damn.
Well, okay.
Oh
then.
god, barbarian damage. That's right.
da, 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 da. Where till I get barbarian, boys? Okay, so this is going to be it's 4d6. Is my damage modifier doubled as well? I forget how this works.
So roll everything, roll your damage, and then double it. That's how house rules.
Roll my damage and then double it. Okay.
Yeah, all your damage
Okay.
is double.
Let me just check what brutal critical does here first.
I
I think that was a
believe.
bonus die.
I can roll 2 additional weapon damage when determining extra damage from a critical melee attack.
Oh,
An extra 4d6.
So I roll all of those and then double it is what you're saying. Okay, I can roll with that.
Yeah.
holy moly.
Basically, all dice you roll is doubled.
So this is going to be, Okay. All right. Hang on. So
Final damage calculations is gonna really determine how things go.
Shit, that missed the tray.
You said you're a merchant?
You're very strong.
I'm a merchant's barbarian.
Oh,
It's gonna be really fucked. And I still have 20 damage from earlier, so I'm noting.
I need a calculator. Hang on.
Oh, that's how you know it's gonna be good.
Oh.
You make sure to prepare another fight because this might not last.
Yeah, we're just fucking blasting him immediately.
Hang on. Da, da, da. So take that and then double it. Yeah, he takes 50 damage.
Oh. Okay.
Nice.
He formulated and did fucking calculations and chopped his fucking leg off.
All right. So so it's 120 damage in a single round. Sirocco, as you bring your Dragon Slayer's sword way overhead, you can see the rotting flesh as you cleave twice into this thing, actually severing a huge piece of this creature off as it slaws against the ground, returns to blood, and you begin to see what is the emanating organs. They're not even real, they're fake, as if it's trying to gloop itself back together.
No, you don't! And this thing needs to make a dexterity saving throw now for my bonus action, because he is in my storm aura.
It's gonna be a straight 19.
I believe he succeeds. I just need to check real quick.
God, barbarians, man. I knew I should have picked.
Tell me about it. Yeah, he succeeds. He barely succeeds by 1, which means he'll be taking half of this.
Okay.
4, 5, to half of 11 lightning damage.
Okay, so that's gonna be a 5. All right.
And that will be my turn.
All right. So that's Srocco. Canis, you're up. Helena, you're on deck.
Hey, he is standing right in front of me.
Yes, he is.
So I think I'm gonna just give him a smack and see how well that turns out.
Big old smacking.
A little bit of smack.
I'm sad it's not a 20, but a 19 on the die should probably hit him.
Hey.
It does.
I am going to throw in a level 4 Divine Smite. Because fuck him.
We're just fucking this guy up, aren't we?
Smite.
I'm going to guess he's at least a fiend.
You are correct.
Okay, so that means that the smite is adding an extra 68.
Jesus.
My
Lord.
base damage is D8, an extra D8 because it's the Devotee Sensor. I have the Holy Weapon up, so that's an extra 2D8. And I have another class feature giving me a D8 Psychic, so 11 D8 plus 3 damage.
Madre de Dios.
Oh my lord.
We're smelting all of your plans, Yoro.
You are made to kill demons.
Yes.
Shit.
I'm aware. I was slightly banking on the frightened aspect of it, but no, this is great.
Shit.
Oh, so much damage.
Everyone-
Fuck.
Need him. Go, Canis, go.
Go, Cadence, go! You can do it!
Didn't have enough D8s.
That's a fucking...
62.
62?
Oh gosh.
Alright.
No, if he does crit, it just gets hysterical.
Yep.
So it's a total of 62 damage, which is mostly radiant, some magical bludgeoning, and barely any psychic. If it's resistant to any of that.
Okay, Nope. Nope. No resistances. So, as you see your friend as this cuts off a piece of this, you, like salt to the wound, swing your flail overhead, grab with both hands, and then straight in the same wound as it sears, and you can see a majority of the body beginning to actually just burn up, and you can see almost like splitting light emanate from this thing as it goes just really furious now. But he's looking pissed and looking less than healthy.
Yeah, that means he's probably focusing on me and the Barbar.
Alright. So, that's going to be it for Canis. So,
sorry.
Helena, you're up.
Yeah,
Daki,
fine,
you're
I'm
on deck.
Focusing on you and the barbarian. Have you seen Helena's blood all over the place?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, that's before we hit him.
Yep. Bonus action disengage. I can move 40 feet. You know, get me like next to river, maybe.
Hey, I made some coffee in the meantime. I know I'm not going to do anything. Here you go.
What am I feeling today?
And then,
Alright, so get you right next to river.
yep.
Can you point to me where Daiki is?
Oh, right here. I've lost the.
Alright.
And I'm going to do a. You know what?
I think you're no longer afraid of it because Canis has an
behind
aura
you.
that everyone behind him is immune to frightened effect. And he's
Yeah.
currently facing the opposite direction of you.
Yeah. So I think I'm no longer frightened. Huzzah! Alright, and I'm gonna do a shining arrow on... Actually, I should probably save that, shouldn't I?
Wait, is it my turn or is it Helena's?
No, it's mine, you're
no.
next.
Helena will
Okay.
be.
Alright, sorry. I thought.
Yeah,
so,
Ducky,
yeah,
you're
I'm
on
gonna-
deck.
Or next. Say that.
You know what? No, I will do a shining arrow. So I'm gonna just... He needs to do a wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
And it's a natural 20 to hit!
So, wisdom. That'll be a 20. Unnatural.
Wait, aren't you afraid of him?
No, because I'm behind... Canis has a shield that, basically, like, anybody behind him, not afraid of him.
So Canis is staring, and then pretty much,
It's like a 90-foot cone behind him.
yeah. So
Alright, so he's going to take half of this and he is not blinded. So it's double the damage, so... And then how much was the radiant? So, calculator, hold on.
don't worry, I got you. How's tonight's? How's everyone feeling tonight?
My arm's sore from the COVID shot, but it's fine.
Plus 9 equals...
I can't believe this guy's only going to be around for 3 frames of animation before
Right?
a Family Guy fall.
The fuck is that? Oh, it's dead.
Oh, wait a minute.
Dude got fucking animation canceled out of his own fucking attack.
It happens.
Counterbreaker.
So, I already took out the half damage for this. In total, he takes 49 damage, 8 of that being radiant, if that matters.
Okay.
We've done over 150 damage in a round.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna go ahead and do my second attack. This is just gonna be a normal, and I'm going to add sneak attack to this one.
Helena,
Yeah.
with that one attack,
Ah,
how
good.
shall you slay?
Oh! So we're... you know what? I'm gonna just... Does he have eyes?
Yeah, he has eyes.
Right? Yeah, just let me shoot straight through his eye and just out the back of his head.
Alright, for the sake of flavor, as you are firing a shining arrow, as a single arrow, as this thing's trying to get back up, you can see the blood dripping out of it, and it's just bleeding like hell. You fire off a single arrow into its eye. As it hits towards the back of the skull, you can see it go... "Ugh!" As it's trying to grab it, the arrow bursts into light as the entirety of the skull comes undone, and you can see the slaw of blood just exploding towards the back of Garu's head, into the eyes of Daki, just all along this floor as it begins to melt back into the stone.
Oh
Wait,
my
what?
God.
What happened? What happened?
What?
You are in the splash zone, guys.
I need a bath after that.
Hurts!
Is everyone alright?
No!
No, something got into my eyes.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Yarrow,
Sometimes I wish I could be blind like you, Gar. Sometimes.
Yarrow,
Uh-huh.
You don't.
Alright.
Yarrow, you said there's a chandelier here, right?
Huh?
You said there's a chandelier here?
There is.
I'm just gonna swing on it.
No, hold on, River. Hold on. We don't know if that's another one.
A minute.
What?
Now's not the time for gymnastics, River.
Elena, what do you do next?
Oh, good. Well, I can't heal myself because I already did a bonus action, so really, that's it for me.
Okay. Dake, you are no longer frightened because the thing that was in your immediate vicinity is now disappeared back into a pool of blood.
Oh, it disappeared into a pool of blood?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's good. Alright, I have... If that's the case... Thunder wave on the pool of blood.
I mean,
Hello?
with everyone in the vicinity?
Is the blood covering it, like,
It's
surrounding
just
everyone?
this giant pool of blood as it's emanating on the floor.
Well,
As you notice, the blood is beginning to sink back into the little sigils that made up the tiles of this ballroom.
Okay, so I can't electrocute the blood. Okay.
Why would you want to electrocute
Thunder
the
wave isn't
blood?
electricity, it's a sound wave.
Oh my!
Damn. Well, that... Oh, well, thank you for clearing that up. Alright. Is a pool of blood. I mean, I guess I could freeze it, but will that cause frost damage to everyone?
I mean, you can certainly try.
Let's see. I have Ice Storm, Wall of Fire. If I give... Man, the fact that it turned into a pool of blood is not really helping it. Wait, son. I can control it using You can gain ability.
What are you doing? I gotta know. Gotta know now.
Telekinesis.
Alright, and what are you doing to this pool of blood?
Manipulating it into a ball.
Alright.
Like gathering all the blood and then manipulating it into a spear and concentrating all the blood into one spear, so we can pull attacks into it.
As you use telekinesis to the best of your ability to capture as much of this leftover bile, as you begin to lift and pull it, it's not as much as the mass that had originally been the creature itself, as you hold it in the air. Is that all you're going to be doing this turn?
I mean, I'm just going to hold it in place for the time being while everyone else attacks it, if possible.
Okay.
Alright, and my turn.
As such, you guys hear a voice as it echoes within the ballroom. Karsha moste la capfol! You begin to see is the thing that you had captured inside of your telekinesis beginning to bump and form once again.
Well, that's comforting.
Also, Daki.
Uh-oh. What is it?
A familiar sound rings out. Twice. So.
What is that sound?
It's going to be a 16 against your AC, to which, my understanding, you have an armor class of 14. So, that's going to be a 17. So, you take 13 points of piercing, that's all together, as well as 3 points of psychic damage as it hits the back of your mind. Something strikes your back as you're holding this. I need you to roll for your concentration. So that's going to be
It's gonna be also that's 16. Also, I'm assuming that 74 is from the previous streams, right?
Yeah. I was counting your damage.
Okay, thank you.
Yep. So as 2 shots hit your back, so go ahead and roll for your concentration.
And what do I need to roll for concentration?
Just your
Half the damage or 10, whichever is higher.
Half.
So half the damage or 10. So go ahead and roll your con modifier. That's what it is.
Yep.
All right, con, not constitution. Let's see, what is it? Oh, constitution. There we go.
Yep.
10.
Exactly a 10.
10? Alright. So as both of this piercing, burning feeling hitting your backside as you try and hold up your telekinesis, and you're trying to keep hold of it to the best of your ability, and you are not exactly sure where that those 2 shots came from, or the voice.
Great. I'm just holding this thing up, and now I'm hearing voices. This is how I want to spend my night.
Wait, where are they coming from?
I don't know, Gover. I don't know. I'm hearing stuff. I'm being shot at, and I'm holding this thing in the air.
Yeah. So
the only thing I know is it's hitting the back of my head.
all right, Garu, you're up, and River, you're on deck.
Okay, just the first
Sick. Oh, this is kind of sick.
Sorry about that.
It's fine.
First off, can he sense anything of his blind sight in the general room? Because he said Docky said something behind her. So
yeah,
the back of her head.
there is something in this room that you guys haven't noticed, and it's almost humanoid in its form, but you can't make out its exact position just yet.
We're not. This still isn't over. Get ready, Docky. What should we do about that thing?
I mean, I'm holding up in the air. Do you have any spells, Gar?
No, I don't. I mean, I got this. He's gonna pull out the sword and gun.
Okay.
Have you ever heard of air juggling, Garu?
I might have. Could you clarify?
What are you guys doing?
I'm gonna when the time's right, I'll drop it and you shoot it multiple times in the air. And then I don't know, I think I saw it in a guy in a red coat do it at once.
Discussions are usually 3 seconds long during these rounds, just for the record.
Long 6 seconds.
Long, yeah, 6 seconds. Alright, so Gar, what are you doing?
Alright, I guess he's just gonna attack the spear then, I guess.
Alright, make an attack.
Okie dokie, I'm gonna do 2 longswords. One of them is a 15, and the other is
I'm gonna have to turn up Boo a bit because I could barely hear.
15 and 16.
15 and 16? Alright, I mean, easily enough as you get close and you try and cut into it, you are wiping blood from the hold of the telekinesis as it begins to spatter across the tiles and return back to its original state. It's not really doing much.
Well, that didn't really work.
Hit it again.
Okay. He's gonna use a key point, fucking flurry of blows, which are magical, by the way.
Okay.
Okay. He's gonna do 2 of those. That is going to be a dirty 20 for one, and a 28 for the other.
Alright. So, as easily as it can come, you use a flurry of blows, and now your hands are covered in blood.
Oh no, there's blood! This plan significantly backfired.
Alright. So, that's gonna be Gar's turn. River, you are up. Well, anything else for Boo, or?
No, that's all I can do right now without, like, spending anything. I don't know what to do, so let's just move on.
Fair enough.
So what is River aware of so far? Like, what can I see around me?
Make a perception check.
Sure. Perception. That is going to be a 17.
17? So,
17.
So, for you... Higher than your passive. Okay, so as you are trying to look around and you see the giant ball of floating blood, you try and look up towards the balconies, and out of the corner of your eye, you can see something shiny. Almost like the barrel of a gun.
Where?
Back here.
In the middle?
Nope, over here.
On a balcony.
Oh, you used 2 fingers, sorry.
Yeah. I'm pointing towards both you and it.
Yeah, I mean, you see what I mean, right?
Yeah. No,
okay.
I thought too.
I'm just gonna point towards the corner and say something over there, and I'm going to start making my way there. Like 25 feet of movement.
Yeah. As you try to burst out into running.
Dash action. 25 more feet.
Alright. Get right below the balcony as you see the barrel begins to pull back from the curtains.
Oi! Oi! Yeah, that's what I can do.
Alright. So. Being it. As you notice the blood still hanging up over your guys' head, it no longer tries to create form. As you notice overhead, the crystal once again releasing an immense amount of blood. As an old friend reappears, as it reappears from its sack, and it's screaming out towards all of you. You can still see it, still having its gloves, needs to roll initiative.
Oh, bye, Helena.
Uh-oh.
Get away from me!
Unfortunately, it actually got higher this time.
Oh no.
Oh, good.
Now that was his spawning,
Oh, no.
round, right? You need to wait another round.
Unfortunately, no.
Oh,
So, as it appears, it's taking in, once again, its surroundings and it's beginning to look. It sees a delicious morsel in front of it, and
Yep.
it bounds over to attack Helena.
oh, you do attack her, but you ignore me.
Oh, hey there, the elf again.
I'll probably go down.
Bye, Helena.
He feels challenged by the
alright.
hit thing.
So, first attack is a 28,
Yep.
and it got its lightning gloves back. So, that's going to be an unnatural 20.
Yep.
I'm sorry.
And the last one is going to be an 18.
Yep.
Alright. Here we go. So, bite attack. To start off. Let's see.
My
That's gonna
uncanny
be-
dodge.
That's going to be 29 points of piercing damage from the bite attack.
So half that.
I'm going to go ahead and roll the lightning damage first.
Yep.
So that way, save a bit more time. So that's 11 points of lightning. And then... That's 14 points of slashing for the first hit.
And she is down.
Alright.
Bye, Helena.
Oh, no.
So that'll be because she's down, the big hand comes over and smashes onto Helena.
I
and
believe the third attack gives me an auto fail.
Yep, auto fail. said, it will try and kill you.
And I just move out of there.
Yep.
Damn it.
Damn it, Ritter, it's entirely your fault.
Fuck
And
off.
as it now standing over the body of your fallen comrade, it then turns its head towards the second one it made frightened, Daki. So, that'll be the end of its turn. It is now Sirocco's turn. Canis, you're on deck.
All right.
Like a storm, Sirocco leaps forward towards this beast. Hey, ugly!
All right.
And he's going to bring up his sword and say, "Heal her! I will deal with this one!" And I'm going to make 2 reckless attacks.
All right.
Okay. All right. That is going to be a 31 to hit.
31, that will hit.
Okay. 16, 19 damage, slashing damage.
Okay.
Next one, another natural 20.
Oh my gosh.
Damn.
Fucking
Hooray.
barbarians.
I mean, having advantage on every attack helps.
Yep.
I have the calculator up again, so let's just see here. Brutal critical gives me an additional
How many
dice
times
to
do we have to
roll.
put this thing down?
Or
How many times we gotta teach you this lesson, old man? Just Sirocco and Kane is wailing on the fucking thing.
Oh shit! Oh shit!
that is 52 points of damage,
Times 2.
and it needs to make another strength saving throw as my blows crash into it like a wave again.
So, natural 1.
He is prone.
So, as you come in like a raging wave, this giant storm cloud emanating from behind you, you strike.
How dare you hurt my friends!
And once again, you cleave another piece of this thing, exposing a bloody, fake heart as it's like that bright uber red as it's trying to palpitate whatever it can into its wound.
Then I'm going to reach my hand towards that heart, grab it in my hand, and I believe it automatically fails this dexterity saving throw because it's prone.
Okay.
So it is going to take 3d6 lightning damage as well.
Oh shit. That's right. Yeah, no, that shit gets really dangerous at higher levels.
What the fuck? Okay, that's better. He takes 7 lightning damage. I rolled 2 1s and a 5. Ugh.
Okay.
And I will do my best to sort of interpose myself between Helena and the Nalfashnee.
Okay. Sounds great. Alright. Kinnis, you're up. Helena, you have a death save to make after him.
Yep.
Haha! No, she doesn't. 6th level spell slot, casting heal on Helena. You heal 70.
Ah, thank you. That's wonderful.
Yeah.
You do have to get up and do it.
Nope, it has a range of 60 feet.
Oh, I did not know that. I thought heal is a touch spell.
Nope.
Oh, that's cure wounds.
Yes, Cure Wounds is a touch spell. He will, however, since Helena's on the ground, be standing on top of her in front of the Nalfrezhny.
These 2 epic boys.
And I got nothing to do with my bonus action, so that's it.
Alright. So that's gonna be it. Alright, Helena, go ahead and you are on the ground as you are surprised as you this is not a common occurrence for you.
Alright. So question.
Yeah.
Did I notice the shot to Daki before I went down? Up in the rafters? And basically River going to, the enemy.
For what it might be worth, I will say... After that beating...
Yeah?
Make an intelligence check with disadvantage.
I did yell for attention to this area.
Although I got, to be fair, I did get smacked around, so I'll take the, I'll take the, let's see if my wits held together. Intelligence.
15? What do you mean, River?
Yeah, 15.
15? Alright, I'll say that's good enough, and you're all like, oh fuck, there's somebody in the rafters!
Yeah, somebody in the rafters. Alright,
or somebody
so it's half my movement.
in the balconies.
Yeah, so it's half my movement to get up, I believe, right?
Yes.
Alright. To get on the broom of flying, would you say that's bonus or action?
Bonus.
Because it doesn't say. Bonus
I will
action?
consider in combat, it will be you taking out a thing and, saying the word. Technically, saying the magic word is an action.
Yeah.
Or a bonus action. So you are basically activating this magical weapon in battle.
Okay, so bonus action. Alright, so I used half my walking speed. So I'll say I have 50 feet of flying speed for this. So I'll say, I just get another 20 flying speed.
Yeah.
Get me up in the air away from this guy.
Right about there?
Yeah.
Okay.
And no, I want to go towards the balcony. Where River's going to.
Yeah. Get you right about there.
Okay.
Alright.
And can I see the person up there from where I am?
Fortunately, because these are practically all curtains, that's the reason why I'm trying to keep that in mind, but as far as you can tell, there's a shifting behind all the balcony curtains.
So if they're just curtains, can I shoot blindly?
If you're shooting blindly, it's with disadvantage.
That is fine. I have a really high attack modifier. I'll do it.
Take the risk.
That's going to be a dirty 20.
Alright. I will let you know if that hits. Well, do you have any other attacks? No, do you have
I do have a second attack.
Okay, so let me know.
Alright. This is a magical weapon.
Yep.
It's gonna be a 24.
It's gonna be a 24? Okay. So, this creature being behind, most cover, and also plus your disadvantage, as you fire off 2 arrows into the curtain balconies, you hear a thunk, and then a ah! So go ahead and roll me damage on that second attack.
On the second? Ooh. Yep. Over a 20.
Well, it's because he's behind cover.
That is fair.
You don't get sneak attack if you had disadvantage.
Oh no, I know that. I'm not doing sneak attack.
Yeah.
13 piercing.
13? Okay. Good to know. Alright. Noted. That's gonna be the end of Helena's turn?
That'll be it for me.
Okay. So, next up, Daki.
Ice Storm.
Ice Storm? Where?
Let's see. Can you do, a 20-foot radius, 40-foot high cylinder. So can you, I just want to see if that will measure out. I'm wondering if it'll catch people in the radius.
Wait, how far can you cast the spell?
Yeah, because if you can direct it, you can, control where the radius is.
Radius of 20 feet.
It's a radius, but the range of where you can cast it.
Range. Okay, sorry. Let's see. Range area, 300 feet.
Okay, yeah, you're fine.
That should be fine.
Alright, so... Were you casting it?
One cast in a way that will hit the creature, but won't catch anyone in the crossfire, so I think...
Right about there.
Right about there, yeah.
Okay.
And let me hit this so that way it's casted. Go.
Does it have disadvantage? No, it automatically fails because it's prone, right? And it's a...
I believe so.
And it's a dexterity saving throw?
Is Ice Storm a dex or is it a con save?
Let's see... Dex save. It's a dex save.
Okay, so he automatically fails. Let's see.
Ooh. I should have cast it at a higher level. Oh well.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Correct.
No, I
It's a
completely fucked that up.
That's why I was reading.
A prone creature.
Let's see.
Repeat.
No, a prone creature does not have any penalties to dexterity saving throws. That was my fault.
Oh,
okay.
I was thinking
of either paralyzed or restrained.
Paralyzed, incapacitated, and cannot move.
Yeah, paralyzed is what I was thinking of. I am so sorry. That was my bad.
It's
All
fine, no worries.
So that's going to be
Let's see.
It's going to be a straight 11 against your
22. I think it's 22. I'm reading this correctly. It says Dex 22.
Well then it fails. All right. So go ahead and roll me the damage real quick.
Okay, damage 4d6s. All right. Let's see. Give me dice.
Got to get you a bag of dice.
Yeah, I do. Probably need to get one. So 4d6. Oh, 4d6. All right, let's do it. 1, 4, 10, and 11. 11 in total.
11 in total? Alright.
And then, let's see, and then 2d8 bludgeoning damage.
Oh.
So 2d8 bludgeoning damage. 1, 5.
5.
Yeah.
Alright. Alright. So as you guys see this burst of magical cold energy as it envelops around the Naufishne, you can see as it spins up ice and these large chunks of frozen water just battering against it on the ground as it's getting hit left and right, and it finally coming to a close as it begins to disperse and leave an air of cold in front of both Canis and Soraka. Alright, so, it's gonna be it for Daki? Alright. Okay. Trying to figure out which one to do. Elena.
Boy.
Oh, and also you don't have all your HP.
I don't.
Good.
He has exactly 70.
It is indeed.
Alright. So. You hear the familiar click of something cocking back, and as pointed out you see one of the curtains move, and a barrel of a gun as well as a hand pointing out as it points towards you, Helena, as 2 shots fire. The first one is a natural 20.
Oh, good. Bring it.
Second one.
Oh! Ain't never gonna take me down. I'm a uncanny. Wait. Did I uncanny dodge? No. Yeah. Do I get my uncanny dodge if I'm brought back?
If you had your turn, then you get your reaction back.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Then I'm going to uncanny dodge that natural 20.
Okay. So I'll let you know what that damage is in about a minute. And then the second one is going to be a 21.
Okay. Yeah, they hit.
Okay. Good to know. Oh, you want to know what? Also, bonus action.
Ooh, what do I have? What do I have?
You have
What do I have?
X.
Oh, good. Okay. No, they really don't like me. That's fair. Bring it!
You specifically.
Right. You're getting too close.
I don't know why not me or Sirocco. We're kind of murdering this demon.
I mean, I helped a little bit.
That is true. You're also a caster.
All right. So, do plus 3. So what would have been 42, that's double the damage itself,
21.
is now 21. And then I also need to roll out these. You take 3 points of psychic damage. And the second shot is going to be 16 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
As both shots come out from behind the curtain, poof, poof, as you're trying to hold on to the broom. So I need you to make a. Which one would this be? Because you're about to fall off. Acrobatics.
Joke's on you, I'm good at that. 24.
24? Alright, as both bullets enter your abdomen and you grab hold, nearly dropping your bow, holding on to the broom as you are shaking wildly before reasserting and getting back on your balance. So, that will be that. Garu, you're up.
Alright, sorry about that. Okay, so now that he hears that commotion going on behind him, he's gonna turn around and go, "Oh, now that's something I can hit." He's gonna sheath his sword, take a stance, and then like leap right in front into where that guy is, prone. He's gonna do a fucking Iato slash with 2 longsword attacks for his opener. Okay. Here we go. Those are both gonna hit. Those are both gonna. One's just like a regular 19. The other is 18 plus his fucking +9 hit DC. So I feel like that's gonna hit.
So, what was the first one again?
But they're just the base alone before I add +9 is like 18 and 19.
18 and 19. So the 19 hits, the 18 doesn't.
Doesn't?
Mm-hmm.
Even with the fucking regular hit DC?
Well,
Even
what's
if
the
it's
final
DC?
calculation on the first hit? I'm sorry.
Okay, on the first hit. Okay. Figured like pulling out a calculator again.
No. This isn't damage. This is your attacks.
Yeah,
Your
I know.
attacks.
This is the attack roll. Yeah.
Yeah.
One that's gonna be a 27, the other a 28.
Okay, so they both hit. So go ahead and roll damage. I'm sorry. I was
Okey-dokey.
very
And
confused.
And just so I can worry about the math later. I'm gonna do a bonus action. key point and do flurry of blows.
Okay.
Okay, 2 of those. Alright, one of them is going to be a 25, and the other is going to be a 21.
25 and 21. Alright.
Mm-hmm. And I'm just gonna fucking roll that damage now. D8. Plus the unarmed strike. That's gonna be 43 damage.
43? Alright.
43. And how's it looking? How's it looking?
Alright. It's still looking pretty banged up, but very viciously angry still. So it's awake.
And Dengar's gonna get a little bit angry too. Bonus action, fuck it. No, wait, no, just a free action surge. So he's going to attack 2 more times with his longsword. Okay, that is 17 plus 9. That's going to be a... Yeah, one of them's going to be a 26. The other is going to...
Alright.
Oh shit, that's a natural 20.
Hey, it's only natural 20.
Nice.
I will say, for the sake of that natural 20, Garu, how do you want to slay?
Alright, he's just going to
left.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they blow nice.
Alright, since, he's gonna see, he's not gonna see, but he's gonna, detect that Sirocco's just, tearing his heart out of his fucking chest. And he's just gonna go for the main, nerve or artery connecting it, and he's gonna go for, a... Just, separate it.
As you cut into it and slice it open, once again, like a splash zone, as it begins to just spray Canis and Sirocco, as well as yourself, as it goes... and it beginning to malform back into the tiles once more.
Okay, so how long is that going to work for?
I am already tired of this thing.
Someone in the rafters.
Alright.
Raptors? Where? And would he be able to detect it with his blind sight now?
Seeing that you're a lot closer, there is something in the balcony.
Oh, so there.
And it fired a couple of times towards your friends. Alright, so that will be the end of that. So, River, you're up.
Try to get as close as possible as to where I saw that thing.
I mean, you could get right under it.
Can I not climb up?
Sure. I will account all your movement for this. As you get up and over and you pull open a curtain, you see this mostly leather-cladded individual with a mask pulled up, a gun in hand, and a blade in the other, as he's now seeing very brave, red-haired halfling just suddenly appear as he's trying to, lean back and get into a defensive position. So go ahead and...
Oh my god, finally something to hit.
Yeah. Like the beginning of the campaign.
God, oh god, you're right.
Yeah.
Little
This
leg.
shit all over again.
What is?
We need to get
Me unable to attack anything.
She was so slow she couldn't hit anything. Because everything just kept getting out of her reach.
That's going to be a 31.
31, that will hit.
Second hit. Natural 20.
Hey!
Oh, no.
Everyone's getting the 20. Everyone's getting the 20s this session.
And the third hit is going to be a 19.
That will hit.
Okay. So let me just roll all 3 of them. Yes.
We're about to see if whether or not.
So, the first one is going to be 5 plus 6, 11 points of piercing.
Okay.
And 3 points of cold.
Okay.
Second one does 10 points of piercing, 4 points of cold. And the last one does 10 points of piercing, 3 points of cold.
Wait, which hit was your natural 20?
Oh, that's true. That was the second one.
That was the second one? So 14...
So it was 10 points and 4 cold, so 20 piercing, 8 cold.
So 28. River. Almost as quick as you can find this thing, you feel the vicious bloodlust as it begins to flow through your veins. And almost like a snarling animal, you jump at this creature that had been striking your friends with this firearm, and you just go full straight ham, cold and slash. You can see as the skin beginning to ice up and nearly freeze. In this last moment, how shall you slay?
Could all cut the arm with the gun, cut the arm with the blade, and then at the end cut the neck.
All right. As you do, one slash, one arm comes off. You see as the gun begins to scatter across the cobblestone. Another slash, the blade as it sticks into the stone wall. As it drops down, you can see almost as if all the ice beginning to crack begins to actually envelop this creature. You cut the head off, and like shattering ice, it hits the wall, explodes, and the whole body crumbling in ice as it begins to melt and scatter.
You got something.
I got something. Whoa. God, I spent 2 turns running.
Yeah.
Good job, River.
You gotta do
covered in blood.
No, wait,
you gotta do the anime run. You gotta do the anime run.
No.
Just no, you gotta do it. Imagine during the anime run while sprinkled, while sparklers are surrounding you. You know, typical stuff.
You gotta put on your headband.
The Naruto run.
Akatsuki.
No, I'm not talking about the Naruto run. I'm talking about the anime girl come running to her love type of run.
Oh, you mean fucking Devilman Crybaby run?
No,
fucking Devilman run.
No, yeah. You know what? Yeah, River should do like the Crybaby
Guys,
run.
focus.
Yeah,
Focus.
So,
anyway, yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
as this person hits the ground, you can see River as something off of one of the shattered, cut-off arms as it hits and clangs along. And as for those of you who are on the ground, seeing this blood pooling at the bottom, you see as it begins to lower into the tiles, finally, a key, as there's this very beautiful red ruby set into it, made of silver this time. And something else precious, maybe.
Where did that fall?
What is what called?
Where did that fall?
I'm sorry.
Where did that fall?
Oh, the key appeared from the pool of blood.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Just put that there as a reminder.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to do a scout around the balcony just to make sure there's no one else.
Sure, make an investigation check.
Elena's gonna pop a potion.
Right?
Well, it doesn't seem it's going to be showing up for a third time.
Good.
because I hate the smell of blood.
That's a 6.
That's a 6. As you just begin to tear open each curtain to make sure everyone can see, you're kind of just touching walls and just kind of inspecting everything as much as you can. Nobody else is on this balcony.
It's true. Curtains, right?
Yeah.
Are there any windows behind them?
Nope.
Oh,
just these
okay.
low lit, not like fire. It's that cold fire. It doesn't emanate heat, but it emanates very low light.
You know what? I got very curious about that last time, and if I see any torches like that again, I'm just gonna start pulling.
Okay.
Like levers.
You try and pull it. Nothing.
I have multiple, just going down the line.
Yeah, as you try and like jump up and you try and pull one, eventually one just comes out of the wall because you're so furiously trying to pull something in hopes that it hopes that something might happen, and nothing. The once flame that had enveloped it no longer exists.
I want to swing on the chandelier though.
Why?
I don't know. I always wanted to swing on a chandelier, but we never get a chance.
I mean, it does seem like a lot of fun. What's stopping you?
I mean,
want to
wouldn't
live
recommend
like-
it.
We have more pressing concerns than you swinging around like a child.
I understand. You want to live like tomorrow doesn't exist. You want to fly like a bird through the night.
She can do that.
Yeah, she can already turn into a bird, actually.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, she
a
tries
bird.
to do that other thing, and her life's pretty much complete.
Huh.
Go ahead and show him, River.
Yeah, just turn into a bird as you were talking.
Yeah, you
Will I
see as
be?
River turns down into what is this small cardinal red bird.
Will I be?
She can talk, too.
She can sing too if you're bright.
She can talk. She can talk.
She can sing.
All right.
I'm just.
But River, do you intend to actually swing on the chandelier? Nobody can physically stop you.
I wouldn't recommend it, just in case.
Yeah, no, I was thinking about the whole thing with the crystal, but I don't know if it's the same this one as the one in the lobby. So
Well, that's the problem. I don't either. None of us do, but just in case. Besides the fact that if it is, I don't think I can really handle another fight. She says that she still looks well half below health.
do you need another potion?
I'm running a tad low, admittedly, although I think if we just tell us how to rest.
Yeah, this is it's the perfect time
Can
to
we
rest.
even rest here?
I don't see why not. If you don't mind the smell of blood, then I think it's perfectly fine. Plus, now you can have the time to hang on that chandelier you wanted.
I mean, you guys can certainly try.
To rest?
At the
Short
very
rest
least,
here? I don't know. An hour?
Well, I was gonna say
Just a 30-minute breather should do.
Well, I don't know how long we'll be able to sit around without her getting bored and throwing more of whatever minions she
Yep.
has at us.
I have potions if you need them. So
All right, I'll
Can I-
take you up on it then.
Can I take you up? Can I take you up on one of those potions, River?
let me see if I have done as many as I thought I did.
Mm-hmm.
Potion.
I'm starting to really enjoy this castle.
Eh.
I'm actually challenging you guys.
Okay, Helena, you get a potion of healing greater healing,
Thank you.
and Taki, you get potion of healing.
Nice. Coolio. So what is base?
2d4 plus 2.
D4 plus 2.
2d4 plus 2.
2d4 plus 2. Got it. I need to get my own die.
Helena, yours is 4d4 plus 4.
Yeah.
Alright, so 2d4 plus 2.
Shit.
So that's 3, 5.
Oh, is the door to the next room like closed by something?
It's just closed, as far as you can tell.
Oh. Try to open it.
Oh, let's see. Hold on. Just let's reread through this dopey thing again. Key to a treasure room. Unless you can squeeze there. Okay, so that's supposed to be to a treasure room then. That key.
Oh, that one?
Nice, the key dropped, didn't it?
Yes, I
What's on the
believe
balcony,
so.
I don't know.
I believe it was a beast in the ballroom, which I think that just was, which would give us a treasure room key.
Oh, would make sense.
Suppose there's an armored giant in there.
Well, a possibility.
You want to put on your hood before we go in?
It would probably be smart at this point. Still not doing wonderfully. I'll pull up my hood.
Okay.
It is far more preferable to you being mauled by a demon, that's for sure.
Is very much agreed.
Indeed.
You know what? I always like to be the one to go first, but since you have the whole aura thing behind you, anti-frightness, do you want to open this and we are behind you? Venus?
Not me. I'll just open the door.
Okay. As you grab hold of the door and you pull it open, you feel a sudden burst of cold beginning to flow into the room as it leads out into this large balcony with a staircase that goes up further into a separate area. You guys can see, for the first time outside of this castle, there isn't a moment of sunlight. It is black and dull. The icy winds are just biting at your nose, and it's oddly unsettling. Almost like an internal blizzard here.
Out of
this
curiosity,
again.
is there a moon?
Not that you can see.
Wow, are we on the outside? Oh.
Yeah.
Is it as bad as the rooms before?
No. The room was explicitly designed to freeze you to death. This one will do it
Gotcha.
slower.
Oh.
Oh boy, it's just hypothermia.
Oh boy.
Good times.
So what do
Oh.
we see around us? Any entrances? Doors?
You can
Towers.
see what looks like to be a large staircase as it continues upwards.
Nowhere to go but up, I suppose.
Lead the way, metal man.
Oh god damn it, more stairs.
Could always offer you my broom again.
No.
Suit yourself.
Yeah, oddly, the very few people that do end up being warm is is just from working out and being heavily coated. As you all begin to climb up the stairway, you notice there's no sky, no moon, no anything. Almost just this blinding blizzard of grays and blacks as it's just piling, but it doesn't stay on the steps, almost as if before it can make it to its steps, it just melts away, keeping the path as clear as it can. As you get up towards this second area and you open the door for whatever leads to this castle, you're met with a brand new room, only except it's far more expansive here. In here, there are basically just tons and tons of little artifacts and pieces of, like, old world technology, like, not stuff that you guys can just take either. A lot of this stuff is behind thick glass, and the room is lit by another dark red crystal as it hangs from this chamber. You can see there's just nothing but various kinds of items and treasures and even small pieces of gold that have been just pedestaled away, almost as if to flaunt its respective treasures. In this room, you can slightly feel the same cold from outside, almost as if the insulation has not made it. Almost as if this place is just not insulated in its entirety. The room, as it continues going back, it leads up to a secondary staircase along with these long shelves of books and whatnots. And in the center of the room, there lays a almost mechanical box made of pure gold that you can see almost like each etching and little gears that almost seemingly continue to turn. And it just remains clicking away, almost echoing through the entirety of this large room. So,
Did the letter involve anything specific for us to look for in here?
With 3 letters you can gain. This one's on me. This one's for free. Hidden within an armored giant, the second letter will be freed. Should you still have the key. Now we need to find a room for the key. Because that's where the second letter will be.
And I think she mentioned the treasure room is just a big trap, isn't it?
Well, evidently nothing of value will be there unless your greed gets the better of a mindless heir.
So don't take anything.
In a nutshell, yes.
So what?
So what?
You said unless what?
Nothing of value will be there unless your greed gets the better of a mindless heir.
Unless your greed gets the best of a mindless heir.
So it's basically saying, don't steal anything or else you'll be sorry.
Pretty much.
Really?
Guessing yes.
Possibly. Why? What do you think it means?
It says that nothing of value will be there unless your greed gets the best. So that means if you're greedy, something is going to be there?
Well, if you're greedy, you'll have something of value, which... yeah, that's what stealing is.
Who would ever do that?
Who would ever do that?
You can feel the invisible eyes on you.
What is the air? Who's this air?
Let's see.
It could just be trying to rhyme.
Is anyone royalty?
Well,
I am kind of, I think.
you are.
yeah.
Congratulations.
I am. Cool. Thanks, God.
Do not be mindless and greedy. There, I have solved the puzzle.
Easy enough.
Well, like, how can you say kind of you're literally the son of a god?
Well, actually, he is the king of dragons, so I suppose that means I'm a prince of dragons?
Yes.
Well, that sounds pretentious.
It
does.
But it does mean you are a little bit royal.
title.
So we have learned from these readers that Canis cannot be greedy, but the rest of us can.
Oh, no worries. He's too much of a Boy Scout, and you see like an invisible hand pinch his cheek a little bit.
Not bad.
Plus, he already has a vast amount of wealth as it is. He's set for life.
That is fair enough. He looks at the Dragon Slayer greatsword in his hand, remembering.
Oh, yeah, the one that you got from it.
So,
We made a fair trade for these.
Exactly.
Are there any doors here?
from what you can immediately tell, no. There are no doors here.
Oh, what the shit?
Well, that box looks important, frankly.
That what now?
The box in the middle of the room. I'd get a closer look at it. I probably shouldn't. I'm on low health, but I'm curious. Elena's curious.
Okay.
He's also stupid.
She's curious.
Make an investigation check.
Oh, burst of regression. Okay, I can do that.
Because you're just trying to look at it, like get an idea of what it is.
That's gonna be a 21.
21? So
21.
in kind of just walking around this golden box, it clicks away like a timer, almost as if it's constantly shifting and changing inside. As you do take note, it's probably a very complicated piece of machinery. Almost as if there's probably something really important inside of it. You're not exactly sure.
Does it look like there's openings to it, or something like that?
From what you can see, there is only 3 openings, each one almost as if to have a key to put inside of it.
Oh. Who has the key?
I think Riv took it.
Was on the balcony.
Right.
If anything, I think Ganos picked it.
Oh. See, I thought it was River or Helena took it.
No, it was down in the blood with you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did no one actually say they took the key?
Is your blood? I mean, I have a key.
I assume you guys picked this because we weren't.
Anyone could have the key, especially this key. And Garo holds up the key.
Go ahead and
Blind guy got it. That's the best.
Here, take it. He's gonna give her the...
Alright.
Glad we've resolved this situation.
Alright, put the key in the box. Or at least in one of the holes, if it fits.
Okay. As you turn the key into one of the holes, you can see the key, once you turn it, it turns back. And almost like a toy soldier, the little spinning key, it just turns in place over and over and over again.
Oh.
In entering that first key, you hear something in the far back of this treasure room, something shift.
Do we see what it is?
You do. You see as 2 of these shelves go, and what reveals is to be a painting of a man, a very mid-30s, early 40s looking individual with what looked like to be these very bright blue eyes and this nearly clear blonde hair, and in this very fashioned, like thousands of years ago, well-fashioned clothing, almost as if the clothes of a lord. And you can see a long blade behind the picture.
Is it grabbable, the blade? Or...
Nope, it's just a painting.
Okay. I wonder. River and Soraka, do your keys fit in these other 2 holes?
Do they have any particular colors to them?
Do they?
So, I had mentioned last game that one is this very opaque black.
I'm in the
onyx.
locks.
No, on the locks.
Oh, on the locks?
The locks.
There are no color associated coatings to this box, but there are 2 other keyholes.
Okay, I'll try my sapphire one on the right.
Okay. As you enter one of the keys and you turn it, and it begins to turn back and spin in place.
Okay.
In the keyhole. As you begin to hear more of the clanging of gears and something grinding beginning to turn.
Raka, yours as well.
Here I go. And they're going to put my key into the slot as well.
Okay. As you put your key in, who's all standing next to this box?
Ah, gosh darn it.
Because
I suppose I am, since I'm the sort of
I was gonna
I never got close to it. I used my mind to open it. With
No,
a key.
you put your key in, so I'm
Of course
accounting
I
for
close to
River and
I'm-
Sirocco.
I'm there too.
Alright. Anyone else?
I love being nice and safe and standing directly behind the barbarian who's massive.
I will be a meat shield if necessary, because he's curious even though he can't see what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
So, from point of view, meat shield where? Who are you meat shielding?
Who needs to be meat shielded?
Helena.
Yeah.
I'm
Shield
pretty
Helena.
low.
Helena and Daki.
Yep.
Gar's
That's
gonna
not
go
low,
like,
like that.
whoa, what's going on? Could someone give me a very thorough description?
Something's going on.
Step in front of
bad.
the box.
And then something.
Alright. Unfortunately, because you guys all decided to congregate.
Here's my question: Is that even fair? Like, oh, we need to be a Mitchell for a while. We don't even know what's happening. It could be just a light.
So I'd call it probably not. I guess it depends on what's happening.
The room
Fuck.
just fills with poison gas.
So,
The room fills with blood.
as the other key begins to turn and spin back, all the keys begin to go, and then the box flips open, and suddenly this blast of energy emanating from it, a large booming laugh as it screeches into your minds. I need all of you to make an intelligence saving throw.
Intelligence saving throw.
Oh
That's a rare one.
boy!
Boy, that is a rare one.
Intelligence. I have negative
Hey.
I don't have an intelligence penalty.
I have a negative 1.
Oh, you need it?
Okay,
You
so
need
I'll
it.
go around the table. I'll double check.
Helena is too much of a smooth brain to pass int saves, I guess.
No, I actually have a really good int save, but I just
Yeah.
rolled a natural one.
Yeah, reroll that.
Smooth brain.
I have to use my reaction for that one.
Alright, so, Garu.
That is going to be a 16 minus 1, so 15.
15? Garu.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to know what? I'll save it. River.
Yeah, save it. 17 flat. I have
17?
no bonuses.
Okay. Helena.
Also 17.
17? Alright. Canis.
14.
Okay. Daki.
15.
Okay. Sirocco.
12 plus 1 is 13.
Oh boy.
Everyone
my
that
bad.
scored below 16.
Uh-oh.
So 16
fuck
and below.
me.
So 16 and below. If you scored 17 and higher, you're safe.
Okay.
So everyone
Oh,
that scored
fuck,
17
either
and
way.
higher is safe. As for the rest of you,
Mind beams.
as for the rest of you, suddenly your minds begin to melt and your memories become fuzzy and suddenly talking doesn't make sense.
Evil mind.
Oh, God.
Took a feeble mind.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
What happened?
I'll take feeble mind as the echoing laughter basically makes your heads go.
Guys?
Guys?
Talk! Use your words!
What did this do? What did this stupid box do? Look
I
at
don't
the
know.
box.
I'm looking inside of it.
Yeah, look at the box.
What's inside?
You look at the box. You can see what looks like to be a single scroll that is inside of it.
Is it open or closed?
It's closed.
Let me read it.
You want to? Okay.
River, you stand back, because if something happens, you're going to be the only one that's going to be able to heal anybody.
Let me pull everyone a little back. Okay, Kanos over here.
You're trying to corral your friends.
Yep.
Guys, look at this. Look at this. A piece of bread.
Daiki leaves for the
Over here.
Daiki leaves for the bread.
While still holding the Dragon Slayer greatsword, he just walks over on his knuckles like a gorilla.
He's a scene of Jurassic World with the raptors.
Yeah. Gar's gonna do a fucking raptor roll like.
I just read over Feeble Mind. It says I can't cast spells, but it doesn't say it breaks concentration. So I'm just holding up the mace that's still glowing and just kind of waving in front of the mace. Interested in it.
I'm going to spread some bread on the ground like pigeons. Go over there.
All right.
I'm not gonna lie. I could get used to this.
No, I absolutely am not. Look, you could barely handle Daki when she was, her old self. I don't think you'll be able to handle 4.
Now, to be fair, I could easily just drop her away and she would just get lost.
She rolls her eyes and she's gonna open the scroll.
Okay, so as you begin to read through, you can hear the voice of a tiny girl almost echoing in your own mind. Unfortunately, this isn't a letter. This is a kind of a joke. As it reads, "You fell for it, you mindless heirs."
It's a very bad prank.
I want to just toss the scroll over at the painting of the dude.
And I don't even mean as a mean prank. I mean it made no sense. Where was the setup? Shut up! God, sorry, Coin Gyro start fighting with Sealine versus Kong. Oh god.
River, do you have anything to fix this?
I do, but I kinda want to see how long this lasts.
Do you want to try to take a small break? See if it wears off on its own?
Double check what
I don't know if we can. Hey! Stop that!
Nope.
Okay. I say. Look, I will feel more confident if we have something from someone competent alongside us. And I'm gonna use. I don't know if this is gonna work. I'll be honest. I'm gonna use Greater Restoration on Canis. Which is, I can nullify one effect, Charm, Petrified, a curse, including the target's attunement to a cursed magic item, and a reduction to one target's ability scores, or one effect reducing the target's hit points maximums. So I'm gonna get rid of whatever the hell is affecting Canis.
Oh, I forgot to do the damage for that.
Oh, good.
I'm sorry?
I forgot to roll the damage for Feeble Mind. I just remember it's like, Box does Feeble Mind.
I say this is a pretty fair, harmless prank as it is. Pretty harmless.
Then the pain.
It's not a funny prank, but it's a harmless prank.
Until the pain
Suddenly
comes.
headache.
50 points of damage.
No, it's only 4d6. Don't worry.
So harmless.
Let's see.
The damage comes first, and then you make a save on the effect.
So
So everyone
So,
would have
yeah, it
taken
was-
the damage.
it's 13 points of psychic damage, and if you succeeded, you take half.
So 6.
Ow.
So, as far as this goes, yep. One can also be ended by Greater Restoration.
Hey.
Hooray!
Done so for Canis. I can do that only once right now.
So, Canis, as you're kind of just swinging around your flail like no care in the world, as soon as you feel the warm and almost these tiny hands, just so small, big brain time, and suddenly your big brain suddenly comes back and you're like, oh, the world is much sadder than it should be.
Oh, I just remembered my anxieties.
I
Great.
just shut my pants.
Oh, welcome back to the land of the living, darling.
What was that exactly?
Well, apparently, that was the treasure that we were not supposed to take.
Looking at Sorako and Garu and Daki. Oh.
You see, you were one of them. Oh, this moment
Thank you for
of
that.
weakness.
So, any idea how to fix them?
Well, River managed fixed you.
Yeah, but I can only do that once. Else, I'm gonna throw another piece of bread to where those three are.
What check is that to know that? Arcana is spellcraft?
Yes, the Arcana.
Not bad. River, I need another roll. To one again.
Hold on. Halfling luck.
I mean, it's better that's a 7, but that's gonna get nothing. Good. I have no idea what's affecting them. So I have no idea how to fix it.
Well, apparently stupid. Well, River, what spell did you use?
Greater Restoration, according to what, Sanctuary told me.
I don't think I have the resources to fix that, because that has the same problem as Resurrection, needing diamonds.
I only have one. I'm going to root through. Does Sorako have like a bag?
Yeah, he's got like a satchel on his back.
You know what? I'm going to wave like a nice shiny emerald in front of his face, and while he's distracted, I'm going to try to get his bag from him.
Okay.
Can I make some sort of check to see if she's trying to take my precious other shinies away?
My shinies.
Shiny.
You know what? I'm gonna use Thaumaturge to make that emerald shine even more.
Oh shit!
Oh, God.
That's a pretty shiny emerald.
Oh, fuck. This is gonna be difficult to call because your brain is not functionable.
It's overstimulated.
It's smooth
I
brain
don't
right
have
now.
Greater Restoration memorized. Shite.
Boy.
Wouldn't.
We might have to take that break anyway, just so we
Yep.
can get it.
Just in case.
If push comes to shove, if this doesn't work and Sorako doesn't have anything good in his bag that's helpful.
Because half our party is sucking on their feet.
So, Helena, with that shining emerald, make a deception check with advantage.
Okay.
And Sorako, make an insight check with disadvantage.
Natural 20.
Okay.
All up to?
So let's see. My intelligence and charisma scores become 1, but my wisdom stays the same.
Yep.
Good to know. Intelligence or no insight with disadvantage.
Disadvantage, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. 13.
Well, I got a natural 20, which in total
Yeah.
comes to 25.
The one time we were stealing from a party member.
Oh, and he sort of reaches out and tries to grab for the shiny.
Yeah.
She lets him have it. She gives him the shiny while she takes his bag. She's gonna
Alright.
start rooting through it to see if he's got any magical goodies that can do anything to help
He,
us.
he, like,
Sorako.
tries to fit it in his eye like a monocle.
Oh no.
Sorako, what is in your bag? All the magical items that you have on you.
I have in my bag, motherfuckers, an Afriti bottle,
Oh.
Yeah.
a cape of the mountebank,
That sounds. See?
a circlet of blasting, 2 javelins, a great axe, a mess kit, rations, 50 feet of hemp and rope, a tinder box, a torch, a water skin, wood carver's tools, traveler's clothes, a bedroll, a backpack, and a flame tongue longsword.
No diamonds.
No diamonds.
Unfortunately, no diamonds.
No diamonds this time.
Darn.
Is a,
Is the circle of blasting like this is decorated with diamonds?
No, they're rubies.
no, they are rubies, unfortunately.
Got it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thing
We're
is,
gonna have to.
I have a diamond, one single diamond, and frankly, I've always wanted to just save that for if somebody, dies again.
Yeah, we all have one, if I recall.
We've had to use a few, however.
Yes.
Can Carrick exchange spells in short rest, or is it only on
No.
long rests?
It's long rest for memorizing.
To be perfectly frank, she's going to give Sirocco his bag back. I think that would be a fine time to rest, frankly. I'm hurt.
Could see if someone else knows how to do this. I could ask someone upstairs, just pointing up, if they know how to fix it, or whether or not I can.
You work from the realm you're in.
Might as well try it.
I believe it can. Kanos will cast Commune. Contact your deity or divine proxy and ask up to 3 questions that can be answered with a yes or no. You must ask your questions before the spell ends. It lasts for 1 minute. You receive a correct answer for each question. Divine beings aren't necessarily omniscient, so you might receive unclear as an answer if a question pertains to information that lies beyond the deity's knowledge. In a case where a one-word answer could be misleading or contrary to the deity's interest, the GM might offer a short phrase as an answer instead.
Okay.
So,
Canis, as you grab hold of your holy symbol and you try to connect with your father from beyond any realm known, as you close your eyes, you can feel almost as if the wings that emanate from you begin to fold around your being. Almost as if they aren't yours, but something else's. So, what are your 3 questions?
can I heal them of whatever is afflicting them?
A roar from the distance with confidence echoes into your mind, almost as if the power is already in your hand.
Okay. What do I need to do?
A sound behind you, in one of the many cases within this room, almost as if you could hear the clanging of blades and the screeches of wyverns. What's your final question?
I don't think I need a third one.
Do you love me?
Nah, I got nothing. I think that's all I needed.
Can we wait this out, maybe?
It only lasts a minute, so...
Well, actually, yeah. Like, can you ask them, will it go away on its own, or something like that?
Is it temporary? Yeah.
The wings that envelop you, spectral, as it begins to squeeze tightly with both concern and the length of time almost too far off to be in this place for a prolonged amount of time. It would not wear off before you could possibly either leave or die. As such, the spectral wings begin to fade, and your eyes open, and you're once again back with the rest of your party.
Well,
How did it go?
did it work?
Well, he was vague as always, but I am capable of helping them now. I think there's something in this room that may be able to help them, and it will last long enough that we should probably fix it now rather than wait it out.
Right, well, what do we have to do then?
So they said there was a direction behind me of something in the room?
Mm-hmm.
Candace is gonna go check that out.
As you begin to look through all the cases, you can see what are just like knickknacks, kept collections, very valuable magical items, all kept in glass cases. At a certain point, you do reach what looks like to be this this small little plate with what seems to be 6 glowing diamond gems inside of it. And inside you can see the scrawlings of this primordial language. It is known as a healing plate. You offer it a small sum of money and it will provide a certain level of healing. At least that is what is detailed on the little card in front of you.
Well, I suppose this would be quite useful in that.
Good.
How much money does it need?
Well, there's 6 diamonds in there, aren't there?
I'm going to assume that those are to charge whatever spell it's using.
Oh,
There aren't instructions, it's just like a minor description on it as like a little plate.
Yep, it's just a minor.
So the
description.
diamonds are already in there, it says?
Mhm.
You said? Yeah, I think that might just be what we need to use. Possibly?
Do we just pick them up? Or what was the deal?
I don't know, maybe could you use your... you don't have... Well, no, let's try it. I'll drag Garu over. Alright, come here, Garu. Let's go. You're going to be our little temple. No, you be a good boy. And she'll just clamp his snout closed. Well, let's try to cast the spell then, while he's here with these diamonds. Maybe it'll just do it for you.
I don't exactly have it ready today. I've been straining myself a bit.
Well, maybe this'll do it. Like this'll do the heavy lifting.
Like what? Reading it out loud?
Maybe? Maybe like a scroll? I don't know.
I said it takes money. What?
It's still in its glass case, like it's a treasured item.
Is that a lock or something?
I have a gauntlet on, I smashed the glass.
Oh boy.
Okay.
Oh no.
Are you sure you're still not feeble-minded?
Oh no.
This will be fine.
A moment, if you will.
A moment, if you will.
Oh, turns out that was disintegrate glass.
You fool!
Power word.
Things have been going slow. Let's have some excitement.
Power word.
Power word, oh no.
Power word. Ah!
Power word. Fuck.
Power word,
action,
fuck.
Let's go.
Power word, die.
Oh god.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, you're gonna try to open it carefully. Just Kanos comes in.
Helene's just
your
lightly
rules.
pounding on his armor. I have unlocking tools.
This is fast.
This glass was protecting a plate of healing, and a 9th level fireball. Ah! Whoa!
No.
I will steal it. I'll steal it. No one will ever know.
Literally a rogue, I unlock things. Blast ball.
We were just thinking, I said I wanted to unlock him, but... Let's go.
Alright. I've been waiting to
It's
use
the
this, by the
vampire
way.
girl going, what the fuck? Hmm?
Master of unlocking.
Oh, achievement unlocked.
So, as you smash this glass, I need everyone
Oh boy.
to roll initiative.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Okay, what? Wait, son, can I? Wait. I think I can actually use a spell this time.
You can't use any spells. You're feeble-minded.
You are feeble-minded. You cannot.
Didn't you have a gun?
know how to use a
Not
gun?
anymore.
Thanks.
Not anymore.
Gun.
Not anymore.
This was a good moment where I'm glad I'm.
What the fuck is that thing?
What the shit is that?
The cardboard
As
dragon.
You guys smash open this glass and
That's
grab
the
hold of
Friday.
the plate. You see all the valuables and whatnots, all the pedestals sink into the floor violently as you see just overhead, over the painting, this clockwork door begins to unfurl as you hear mechanical machining as it begins to clang, clang, and then jump down as you see these large, almost unbelievably beautiful metal wings sprawl out as it hits down and it smooths out as this mechanical dragon-like creature begins to approach all of you.
Hey guys, I need to take my dog outside. I'll be back.
Yep.
Well, actually, should you give us an initiative first, then?
Yeah.
14.
14?
14.
So.
It's Flat Fuck Friday.
Alright.
I'm helping.
No, I'm all for it. I want some action. Let's go.
How is this faster? Now we have to fight that!
I feel like if we tried to unlock it, what's going to happen anyway?
Could have at least been quieter about it.
I mean, you want to be quiet with that thing next to us? It points
Yes!
at Soraka. Gorilla.
Oh, it's just the caveman SpongeBob and Patrick.
Alright. So. I'm gonna go across the table like before, so Soraka. Soraka,
My
what's your...
initiative. 12.
12. Alright, and then I already got Daki's. Garu.
Oh, we're dead ass rolling initiative, okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
That is going to be a... it's gonna be 17 then.
You might be dumb, but you still have instincts of self-defense.
Yeah, I still have a license to kill.
Alright, so what was Garu?
That's gonna be a 17, I believe.
17? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, River.
15.
What?
15.
15?
Not
Okay.
great, but not bad.
Alright, Canis?
5.
Bloody.
I just smash the glass, all this bullshit happens. Whoops.
And
Oh,
Helena.
what is this?
24.
Okay.
The consequences of my actions.
We meet again.
Okay.
It's Oonga Boonga time.
All right. So, as this thing screeches out, you can hear the metal beginning to just almost ram against each other in this gigantic mechanical roar. So, Helena, you're first to go.
Hear her curse loudly in Elvish. Okay, is the healing thingamabob still up? Like, are we able to get to it now?
No, you guys took the plate. I detailed that you did take the plate with you.
Okay, so explain to me. So, what does the description say you need to do in order for this to work?
So you give it an offering of riches in order to activate one of its many abilities.
Oh.
I will give it 500 gold.
Okay. So this being your action, as you basically grab your pouch and just start dumping as much gold on top of this. As it does, you can see almost each gold almost phasing into this thing, and it's beginning to spread out in like a spider web etching. As it hits one of the diamonds, you can see it begin to glow and emanate violently. And as you point it towards Garu, 500 gold pieces does cast a greater restoration.
Wonderful.
And casting it on Garu as it hits him over the mind, and you see one of the diamonds crumble to dust.
Wonderful.
No! What?
500 gold. Need to free the friends. Fight the dragon.
What? What's dragon? Where?
Turn him around. That direction.
Okay! He's gonna pull out his sword and get ready.
Alright, so...
Hold on. I just want to check my... I think that's an action to do that, unfortunately. Because I wanted to see if I can pull up my hood. I don't think I can. But I'm gonna check
you're
anyway.
in between everybody.
Okay.
I expedited the process by having the combat and the item we need.
You did.
I'm a genius.
I'm a genius.
Alright, so that's the end of
It
Helena.
requires an action. Okay. Is there anything I can do for a bonus action? You know what? I'm really low on health, so I'm gonna bonus action hide. Is there something I can hide behind?
This giant pedestal next to one
Cool.
of the,
I'll hide behind it. Bonus action hide.
Okay. As you run around, jumping over river, and just try to hide behind this thing.
Oh, fuck.
Yep.
Alright.
That's it for me.
That's it for you? Alright. Dragon's turn. What was your stealth check?
Hold on. It was a lot. Hold on. Stealth. That's 31.
31? I won't spend the time then. Alright.
Okay.
So, at the end of your turn, it's going to use one of its legendary actions as the wings begin to expand almost unbelievably for any creature as it begins to beat its wings. Everyone in front of it, that includes all of you
How much
aside
in
from
front?
Helena,
Oh.
say 10 feet. So, Sirocco, I'm gonna say, because it is a huge creature, I'm gonna say
Grobsrock.
Daki as well. I need you both to make a dexterity saving throw.
A dexterity saving throw.
Mm-hmm.
I believe I have advantage on this because of danger sense.
Is that on dex saves or on traps?
Advantage on dex effects that you can see while not blinded, deafened, or incapacitated.
Oh,
It says, dex, it says dex effects, so I'm going to assume it's more than just traps.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Neat.
Alright, here I go.
Oh, that's a lot of space to fly.
18.
18? Alright.
Jackie?
Alright. Oh yeah, dies out walking dogs.
Is he back from taking his dog out?
Yeah, hold on. I can do this. I can do this. I can do this. I have D&D Beyond open, I swear. This makes the game very difficult. What is it? What is it? Come on. Give me. Ducky. Alright. Well, here, come on. Load. So that's gonna be an 18 for Ducky. Alright, so that will be... Alright, so you both made it, and you both take... Take 15 points of bludgeoning damage, halved.
It's going to be halved even further for me because I am still raging.
Okay. So, like, true mindless raging. Alright, it is now officially the Clockwork Dragon's first action. And what would be a dragon if not, you know, doing stupid shit with it? So, everyone but Helena, I need you all to make the dexterity saving throw.
Again? Another one.
Yep.
That's the connection?
Another one.
This is its official action, because it used the
the first
legendary
one was
action.
Oh,
Yeah.
the breath weapon.
Yep.
It's breathing all over us.
Okay. 16.
16. Okay. So I will start accounting for that in about a second.
Oh, then that only was against me specifically, okay. So mine is a soft 20.
Okay. So, Soraka, what's your
16.
16?
16.
Okay. Oh god, now I gotta do Donkey. Okay. So that's 20. So 16. Alright, Garu.
What do I have to roll again?
Dexterity, saving throw.
Ooh, I get evasion on this. So whatever happens, if I fail, it's half. Dexterity, it's gonna be a 22.
22? Okay. River.
Soft 20.
Soft 20? Okay. Canis.
No. He's
No.
muted.
I got a 1.
Thanks.
Reroll that.
It's not a nat 1, it's a 2, and I have a -1.
Oh.
Oh.
No.
Well, then I cannot help you with that one.
Okay, so everyone that scored 17 and up, you're fine.
Ah!
Everyone that scored below that, you take 32 points of fire damage.
Oh.
As this thing bellows out fire, like you can hear like the mechanical workings of a flamethrower being used in front of all of you, and it's just like it burns. All right, and that will, as it's kind of just flapping its wings in the middle of this room, just kicking up air and throwing out books from its shelves. You can see this thing is a guardian by design. Alright, so that will be the end of that. It is now Garu's turn.
I need a
Oh
concentration
boy,
check.
here I go. Here I go,
let's go.
killing again. Alright. Just like fucking like dodge framing, like fucking Dark Souls rolling out of that. He's just gonna like get his sword ready, take his stance, and like do his bread and butter, fucking open up the 2 long sword attacks.
Fortunately, it is out of your range of attack. It is in the air.
Oh fuck. Well, not anymore. He's not. He's gonna grab a. He's gonna use his fucking like orb ability. He's gonna sprout wings. He's gonna get up there.
Okay.
So that is gonna be. So that's gonna be again 2 longsword attacks.
Is the wings his action or bonus action?
Oh wait, let me check.
Double check.
Equipment.
I think it's a bonus action. Can't remember.
It just says like 1 minute. I think it's just.
By the way,
free
don't we
action.
get a half damage if we succeeded, or is it just completely clean?
If you succeed, it is half damage.
Well, no, I need to know. Well, okay, I received no damage. I use my reaction to use my shield thing.
Here.
Okay.
And Garo has evasion.
Yep. So just need to be sure, so I know I have or know my reaction.
Wait,
Okay.
I'm sorry. What?
Okay, so I'll say for the orb, it takes a bonus action to activate. I think I've said this before, and I still haven't put it in, so I apologize.
Okay, then he's just gonna use his bonus action for that. And he's gonna get up and like he's just gonna do some damage, as usual.
Well, since it's costing your bonus action, keep in mind, if you use your bonus action to use the orb, no flurry of blows.
Yeah, I know. Just doing like something's better than nothing. So
Yep.
let's do this.
All right.
All right, 2 attacks. Here we go. All right. One is going to be a dirty 20, and the other is going to be a 19.
19? Okay, so they both hit. The 19 one
Nice.
barely hits.
Okay. So that is going to be 2d8s as usual. On those. Alright, here we go. That is going to be a 7 plus 6. That's going to be 13. Plus another 11. It's going to be 24 points of damage.
24. All right. Okay.
And
That it for...
It's like he's pretty much the only one up there. He's gonna like get his attention. Like, hey, over here! You're not the only dragon here. I think.
As your sword clangs against the metal, you're trying to find any weak points. As it does, you can hear something almost like slightly move and disjoint for a second, and as you redraw your blade and put it back.
Could he hear exactly where that point was, by any chance?
Pretty much it's the equivalent of like hitting something metallic and pieces flying off, but it's still functioning.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Yeah.
And then that's pretty much all you can do for this turn.
All right, River, you are up.
Okay, so I'm going to listen to what Helena said, and it hurts. It hurts. 500 gold into the thing.
Okay. As you double over the bag and just like as it begins to trickle down and then emanate once again, one of the other diamonds begins to shine a very bright color. Who do you use it on?
Sirocco.
Okay, so you have to get up. As you walk over to Sirocco and you basically place the plate over his head, you see as the diamond begins to crumble to dust, and Sirocco, your mind suddenly no longer at a 1 anymore. You begin to see... And you now fully acknowledge this clockwork dragon now beginning to rampage in the room.
Ah, jeez!
Yes, indeed. Shoot.
And that's gonna be your action.
That's gonna be my action, bonus action. I can't really do much with it other than no, I cannot hide. I cannot hide with bonus action. But I can place myself behind the pillar.
Okay, okay, what happened?
You can get that
we
far.
So as much as I can go.
Yeah, that's your full 25 feet of movement.
I need to touch. Okay. I did it.
Yeah.
You know what? Instead of that, I'm going to spread away from everyone. I can step back.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so that's going to be the end of River. Daki, you are just back in time for this madness. I need to remind you that you took, I believe it was 13 points? It was 13 points of bludgeoning damage from earlier, but it's halved because you succeeded. So
another... I have... Okay, so just take out 13?
Yeah, 6 damage.
6 points of damage.
Okay.
Was you hit by the fire?
It was the taking off with the wings that caused the bludgeoning damage.
Oh! I did not roll for Daki's fire escapades.
Oh, yes, the breath weapon.
Yeah. That would have been a 19, so she succeeded. So, what was the fire damage again?
35?
So 35 halved for Daki.
12. Or, no. Fuck.
No, it's 17?
17.
Yeah, so 17 points. So, just wanted to remind you of that. Alright. So, Daki, it is now your turn. You've been beaten, you've been burned, and also, the world is pretty and warm and ouchies and whatnot. So your intelligence modifier is a 1.
Wait, if that's the case, I can't cast spells in this condition. Can I?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you are feeble-minded. You cannot cast spells.
That is the problem with feeble.
Then I guess... Oh, well, that is completely... Well, that completely sucks. I don't know.
We're working on it.
I don't know what I can do in this day, so I'll skip my turn.
You just kind of see the bread on the floor, and you just pick it up, and you just start eating it again.
Yep.
Oh, good.
Oh, shit. Go ahead, be right back.
Alright, so... I'll be the end of Daki's turn. Sirocco, you're up. This giant, flying clockwork dragon overhead, appearing before you as the imminent danger.
Ah, merde. So, would I know how this plate functions, seeing as how they used it on me?
After a little bit of accumulated understanding, yeah, possibly.
I will... Can I ask... What would it be in terms of action economy to shove my pouch of gold into someone's arms so that they can use it next turn?
I will consider you handing somebody something is a bonus action.
Okay. I'll look at River. I will unlatch from my belt a pouch of 3,297 gold. I will hand it to her and say, "Your spellcasting friend would benefit more from this. I expect to have the rest back, though, and you owe me."
Yeah, it was 1,000 gold, remember?
I narrow my eyes.
You fucking little bit, man.
I know how much a great restoration costs, you little scamp. And I will as a action, my legs will begin to fade out of reality and form into a giant tornado as I cast Levitate on myself, and I'm going to fly up towards the dragon with my Dragon Slayer Greatsword ready.
Are you just a fucking genie?
I told you a long time ago!
Oh, yeah.
It is a little complicated!
He's a French genie.
French genie.
French genie.
It's a French genie.
Here I am.
As you kick off with levitation and the emulating magic for its flavor as you get up towards it with the giant dragon slayer sword in hand as you begin to try and make your attacks.
Well, that's my action to cast Levitate, so I can't actually make an attack.
Okay, so you're just preparing for the next round. Good to know.
Yep.
All right, and Canis, you're up.
Oh boy. Well, the first thing I'm gonna do is...
I imagine Sirocco doing that.
I'm going to activate Radiant Soul, but that takes up my action. So what I'm going to do as a bonus action is cast Bless on the party. And to do that, I use the Embodiment of Law class feature, so I can use it as a bonus action. Right.
Oh, okay.
Because,
Fancy.
because Law Domain Cleric is pretty fucking neat. So what he's going to do is bless up to 3 creatures of your choice within range. He's going to say Sirocco, Garu, and Helena. So they each get to add a d4 to their saving throws and attack rolls. And another effect of being Law Domain Cleric. Where'd it go?
There you go, get your character sheet.
I need to sift through the character sheet because I know it's just a free effect of casting spells on people. Son of a bitch. I have a lot of class features. I'm a high-level character. Yeah. Here it is. If you cast a spell with at least a slot of first level or higher and target an ally with the spell, that ally can use their reaction immediately after the spell to make a weapon attack against a creature of your choice that you can see. Helena, you haven't done sneak attack yet. Shoot at it.
Oh boy! This thing. Peek out from the side. That's a hit. It probably definitely hits.
Okay.
It's over 30.
Fair enough.
Yep. So that's a 1d. So
At this point, Helena can only miss if she rolls a 1.
More or less.
15. Then my sneak. How much is my sneak attack at? So 15. 5d6 sneak attack. 15. 30 piercing.
30 piercing?
Yeah, that's why I picked you.
Yep.
And because Canis can fly, he is now going to get into melee range of that thing.
Okay, I have a really tall one, so just bear with me here.
Is River the only one that can't fight the damn thing because she can't fly?
I can do it.
She can fly, but she can't do much else after that.
I would just need to start writing the damn thing.
Yeah.
And that's it for Canis.
Okay, so what to do?
It's not, I can pick its eyes.
Okay. So, as you fire off one arrow, almost like divine energy coming off of it, it hits the mechanical eye as it goes, and you can see the arrow being grounded away and then broken off. Alright, so. That's the end of Canis. It is now Helena's turn, actually.
Alright. So it was a bonus action to put the gold in, right?
Yes. No, it was an action. It's an action to use the item.
Okay, that's fine. I'll put in 500 more gold.
It's with River right now.
No, I'll put in my gold. Y'all can just owe me later, that's all.
Okay, so... Okay, you have to move to River to get to the plate, as you do.
No. Oh, they got it.
Yeah, like I said, River has it. You have to physically go to it.
Alright. Bonus action, I'm actually going to get on the broom.
Okay.
I'm going to use part of that 50 movement to get to her. So however much that was.
Okay.
Get to the plate.
That's 20. Okay, you get to the plate. You grab it.
Get on. I'll tell her, get on.
Okay. I'm assuming River says yes?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. Do I have to get to Daki to heal her?
Yes.
Okay, get to Daki.
Alright, that'll be the rest of your movement.
Bye-bye.
And I'm gonna use that the rest of that action to healing.
Okay, so after all of that, bonus action to activate the broom, movement, action to use the plate.
Yep,
so
it's pretty much everything.
You dump in all the gold pieces. As the diamond hovers over Daki's mind, you see as it begins to crumble and greater restoration is cast on her. Daki, your brain starts getting truly hardwired back into battle as you realize, fuck, how dare this happen to me again?
Again? Really? Really? Someone's gonna die tonight.
Alright. So, Helena, that is all your action.
And I used up all 50 of the movement?
Yep. So, I'm gonna say, at the end of your action, I'm going to have Mechanical Dragon use one of its legendary actions once more. And he is going to hit Canis, Sirocco, Garu, because you three are in the air. As it begins to beat its wings, it goes up a little higher.
God damn it!
You can't run away from your problems forever.
Whoops! So I need you all to make dexterity saving throws.
Good.
Haha, the mouth.
Everyone?
Holy shit, I might have finally passed one.
Oh, hot diggity.
I just got a base 19, so I don't know.
Excellent. With advantage, I got a 7.
Aww.
Oh.
Okay. So, Canis?
18.
18? Okay, so Garu and Canis, you both make it. Go ahead and roll out the damage.
Did you remember the D4 on Bless? Or did you not roll high enough to matter?
I take none of
Oh,
that.
right. Well, I mean,
What was your...
it probably won't matter.
What?
It was a 7. I don't think I'll be passing with even if I get a 4.
That's true. So,
Was I in the blast?
No, you are fine. It's Sirocco, Garu, and Canis. So, you guys take 9 points of bludgeoning damage, halved, to those who succeeded, full damage for those who didn't, and also Sirocco, you are considered prone as you fall from the fall to the floor after being.
God damn it! Not again!
Uh-oh.
Oh, how this is a reoccurring thing, ain't it?
Gravity
And the concentration check on Bless.
Oh boy.
Yep.
Oh, I need to make a concentration check on levitate as well.
Oh no. Well, it's a
Yeah.
Constitution saving throw, and you're a barbarian, so.
Shit! Not if I drop the dice on the floor, I don't. I'm good.
Yeah, you probably have like a +8 or 9 to the roll and a D4, and the DC is 10.
I have a +10 actually to my Constitution saving.
Yeah, you
Ah,
can't
sweet.
fail at that.
Only for damage, but yeah.
Half the damage or 10, and he only took like 9 damage.
Alright, so, let you guys sort that out. Good to know.
How high is this room, by the way?
This room goes up relatively high. It's almost somewhere close to about 120 feet. Because it's just nothing but like... It's just nothing but like pure art just all around the ceiling. As well as
There's a
that
tower.
giant crystal. Yeah. So this thing has plenty of room to play with. Alright, so it is now the Clockwork Dragon's turn. He gets his breath weapon back. And... gotta move him out to about... Alright. As he does, as he now stands on top of this pillar, almost holding it with each side with viciousness. You see as the mouth begins to open agape, and you can see what isn't that reddish fire, only this time this purplish gas as it begins to emanate. So I need, let me double check, I need Helena, Sirocco, River, and Daki to all make Constitution saving throws.
Oh no.
Man, why couldn't it be Dex? Why couldn't it be Dex?
You asked this to be harder for you. I'm rerolling that.
Giving you what you want.
It's true.
I
I'm
can't believe
complaining,
it.
but I'm complaining, but I'm happy she's finally getting smacked around.
All right, so I'll go across. Sirocco.
14. I got a natural 2 with bless plus 2 is 14.
Good lord.
Okay, so that's a no. Helena.
6.
That's a no.
Plus
River.
a D4.
Yeah, that was with the D4.
What the
So-
fuck, guys?
So I rolled a 1, and then re-roll because of having luck
Uh-huh.
into another one.
How started Bracky?
It finally fucking happened.
It finally happened.
Yeah,
You rolled 2 ones in a row.
Yeah.
The halfling killer.
Now, here's
And
the thing.
finally, Daki.
What was Helena's?
Helena's was 6.
Oh, okay, never mind. I thought that was like 15. 15.
15? No.
Mhm.
All
Damn.
of you are considered unconscious as this
God damn it.
gas begins
What
to
the
emanate.
fuck?
Oh lord.
And it fills the bottom of the floor. As you breathe, your minds become slowed, and you pass out onto the floor.
Were we
Damn.
not flying?
We were.
So all of you have been knocked unconscious.
Although I don't think we were flying very high because we had to touch Daki, so.
But question: Will damage to us wake us up, like the fall damage?
Fortunately, no. You guys weren't flying high enough. You were on the same, like, you were probably like 3-4 feet off the ground.
Yeah,
That's
I
not
don't think.
fly.
Yeah.
Well, we
It's the
were
equivalent of
basically hovering
bumping
because
your
we had to. We were hovering
Gotcha.
because we had to touch Daki, so yeah.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
So,
So it's just me
Is
and Garu
this
who are
thing-
conscious?
Wait,
Oh,
would this be poison?
let's see.
Actually, yeah. Would this be considered a disease at all?
Nope, it is not considered a poison.
Okay.
It is just
What
known
about a-
as knockout gas.
What about a disease? Would you
Yes.
count that as a disease?
No.
That's kind of
Darn.
stretching it.
Dang. I can try.
What a toxic, which is a
All
poison.
It's just called knockout gas. Alright, so that will be the end of this dragon's turn. It is now Garu's turn.
Ah, this is going horribly! How dare you do this? He's gonna take his sword, beat his wings, and just go for a fucking dragon dive into his face. And he is going to activate Rage, too.
Okay.
Alright, that's gonna be 2 attacks. Plus 2, like, is it plus 2 damage, or just like plus 2 to the attack?
Damage for raging.
Okay, good.
Yep.
Alright, just gonna do those now. One is going to be a... It's going to be a 24, and the other is going to be a 16.
Alright, so the 24 hits, the 16 does not.
Okie dokie. Just gonna roll damage for that then. D8, 8. Not bad, not bad. It's gonna be at 11 damage, plus 2, that's gonna be 13 then.
Okay.
Is there anything else I can do for that? Or, no, I think that's all I can do.
Alright. Anything else for Garu?
No, I think that's all I can do.
Alright, sounds good. Alright. River, you are unconscious.
Wait.
Yeah, you are.
Never mind.
Yeah, you're unconscious, so you're passed out. So fortunately, no turn. Daki, you are passed out. Sirocco, you are passed out.
Save was the beginning, so.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
No save at the end of their turn?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Nope. Does not. There is no roll for the end of the turn. Canis, you're up. But yes, damage will wake up your friends. So I will note that.
I guessed that. I'm gonna fly into melee range of it.
Okay.
Give it a smack, because this thing's really starting to annoy me, and it's only been around for 2 rounds.
Oh, how I've enjoyed these rooms.
That's only a 16, but I'm gonna channel Divinity for... What was the name of the effect?
Oh.
Adding strength?
Yes.
Yarrow. I can't be put. Yarrow, I can't be put to sleep.
Oh, that is
you're an elf.
correct.
Wait,
Neither can
because
Daki.
Yeah.
no.
So that just hit River and Sirocco.
Fucking elves.
Fuck, that's right.
Those fucking.
I keep forgetting that.
Thank you, racial traits.
As you
Did
guys.
any of them have turns before me? I think they said
Daki
I
does.
did have turns before.
Daki did.
Okay, so
Well, know
what I'm
after
doing.
Canis, I will do Daki.
Alright.
Okay.
Wasn't I technically high up on the... I was like a 24.
No, you're at the
wasn't I?
top. You're at the top of the round.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So does a 26 hit its AC?
Does the 26? Yes.
Good. I need
So
to see how many
as-
spell slots I got.
You're trying to hold back this giant mechanical dragon, trying to keep it from, making moves.
I'm gonna burn a 4th level spell slot, so that's another 5d8 damage.
Okay. And I will use one of its legendary actions after you.
So that's 8d8 plus 18 damage.
Okay. Just pumping all your attacks with your spell slots. Alright. Where are we at, Canis?
1 sec.
Yep. Oh, D&D, how we love math. I will admit, my basic addition skills have gotten a lot better by playing this game.
Yeah.
He takes 64.
60... Fuck.
Canis doesn't attack often, he just hits like a freight train.
Alright. So, as you
Is there anyone
just
besides Canis in
swing your
melee range of
mace-
him?
Garo's in melee range with him.
Yeah, Garo.
I am.
As a bonus action, I'm going to use a 1st level spell slot and cast Healing Word on Garu. You can use your reaction to smack him again.
Ooh, nice.
Alright, so as you swing overhead and go straight for the underbelly of this thing, you hear a loud clang as you can see a massive dent in the side of this mechanical creature.
Garo's gonna use his reaction to fucking attack him again then.
So heal 6.
Hooray! That is going to be a... It's gonna be a 23 then.
23, that would hit.
Okie dokie, here we go, rolling damage again. Back! Yeah, that's gonna be an 8.
It'll be an 8. Alright.
Did you add your rage bonus?
Oh yeah, that's right. That's gonna be a 10
Oh.
then.
10? Okay. Alright, as you aim for probably one of the more weaker parts, as you swipe up just out of reaction from being healed, you hear a massive piece just cling and beginning to show the mechanical underdealings, almost twisting and turning, keeping this thing going as it just scatters across the floor off to the side. Alright. Legendary action. It's gonna make a tail attack onto Garu because it hit him.
Okie dokie.
Alright.
I thought you said it was gonna fucking fly again.
Alright. It's gonna be a... It's gonna be a 26 to hit.
That hits.
Alright. So that... It's going to be 18 points of bludgeoning damage as the giant mechanical tail whips from under and slashes you with what looks like to be a sword end of its tail.
He's just gonna fucking take it into his shoulder and he's not even gonna fucking no-sell it.
Alright.
He's mad.
Okay, so Daki, you're still awake. What do you do?
Okay. Fireball 6th level.
Okay, let's see.
How many spells do you have?
Fireballs.
I just
Yum.
I have 1 6th level spell and I'm spending on this guy.
Fair enough.
So,
And the fireball is 50 feet per 20 feet spear thing.
So the best place to put it without hitting your friends is somewhere around here. So like, it's just getting off to the side. So I will say, Garu and Canis are safe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Alright, death saving throw 22.
Saving. It's gonna be a 21, so it fails.
Cool, when counter spell using that 4 damage increases by 1d6 for each slot. So 2d6. Okay, so 2d6 and then what's the other damage?
It's 2d6 per
8.
level.
Yeah, so it's two, so it'll be
Times
2.
3.
So 3d6s?
No.
No, the base damage of Fireball
6d6.
should be 8.
So,
Alright, so 8.
8 plus 6d6. So 8d6 plus 6 more d6s.
Alright, so
For a grand total
Okay.
of
Is it
12.
Is it plus 2d6 per level or 1d6 per level?
It's 2d6 per level. 2d6
Alright.
above level 3.
Alright, so troll d6s, got it. Alright, let's roll out. So troll d6s. 1. Okay, so that's 4. 6. 11. 12. 13. 19. 20. 24. Okay, we're at 8. 25. We're at 10. Okay, so 29. 31. 35.
35. So as you fold to open the book, as you can emanate the spell coming from it, as you pull it over and under and you shoot towards the back corner of the room, just where you know it will hit it, but not your friends, as it hits the side of the room, an column of fire, as it begins to suck out all the oxygen and hitting and swirling it, almost burning off the wing endings, as you can see it beginning to actually melt from the side and trying to keep itself upwards in line.
It's still not dead. Okay.
Yep. But it's looking really rough, like pretty fucking bad. All right, so that's gonna be the end of Gaki's. I'm gonna take that as a yes.
Yep.
So, so top of the round, it is now Helena's turn.
Punch River in the back of the head to wake her up.
All right, make an attack roll.
since she is, on the back of her broom.
Yeah, make an attack roll either which way.
That's going to be a 22.
22? Alright, an unconscious River as you hit her. I will just roll
I do 1 damage.
Yeah, you do 1 damage as River, you wake up from a groggy, unbelievable, huge, massive headache like a hangover.
And sneak attack?
I'm thinking another 30 from sneak attack. River's dead.
Yeah, right. Alright, and I'm next to Sirocco as well, right?
Sure, if you want to run over.
Well, I'm on my broom, but aren't I right next to him? Yeah.
Alright, I'll consider these both your attacks.
Yeah, these are both my attacks. They are. I am aware. I'm gonna punch him in the back of the head too. That's going to be a dirty 20.
Alright.
That hit.
You take 1 damage.
Sirocco, you wake up with this massive headache.
Alright. And then I'll use the rest of my movement to just get to the side of him. I want to be spread out from the other two, but I'll be to the side of the dragon. No, like next to him, so that River can also, attack him. River's still on my broom.
Okay.
River. What? Broom.
Okay.
Broom, broom.
Alright, and action surge.
Okay.
Actually, you know what? Give me have me so I'm like 1 square away from him, so I don't take disadvantage.
Okay.
Hit a bit. So that's going to be a 22.
22. That hits.
All right, with sneak attack. Oop, that's not the dice I want. 25 piercing.
Okay. As you fire off this arrow, you can see the mechanical insides, the split metal from Canis's initial attack with his flail. You see what is the crumbling and slightly turning insides. As you fire off into it, you hear a cling, cling, clang, 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 as this thing begins to... And you can see its entire being seizing up. And you can see the power that is emanating from the eyes return back to its core. And I need Garo, Canis, Helena, and River to all make dexterity saving throws.
Oh, good. It explodes.
What the fuck?
I'm really good at this. Yeah.
I just woke up. What the?
I don't think I'm ever going to have good luck again.
Aww.
I rolled a nat 20, which is why I'm thinking that.
Oh no.
Aww.
So Canis, nat 20. Garu.
I noticed it was a natural 20.
I got a 17 base plus 8, so that's going to be fucking 25, I think.
Okay, Helena.
28.
Okay, River.
A 16.
Considering she's on my
Everyone but
broom.
River made it. As
Considering
this
she's on
thing
my broom.
begins
Fuck
to
you.
crumble inside, you see as the energy inside of its core beginning to brighten up, and as metal and shrapnel starts flying all over the room, piercing into the stone walls, scattering across the cobblestone floors. You guys feel the immense force of the blast, not as much as River does, as she's hit the back of the wall as all of you are pushed down into the ground. You guys take 32 points of fire damage.
What the fuck?
I take nothing because of evasion.
Get bugs. Wait, whoa. Was that a spell?
No.
No.
Is it blowing up?
It's a self-destruct function.
31. 30 how much?
So 31 points of fire damage.
31.
Have that because I'm resistant to fire.
Yep. So you take half damage no matter
15.
what.
I like to imagine that Helena and River were just blown back on the broom, and River was just behind Helena, so she just smushed her into the wall as they were blown back.
Crushed by Helena's fat ass.
That booty.
Oh, that's an image in my head now.
Mortal Kombat X-ray.
As
Dude,
you
fucking
guys
Final
see,
Fantasy like 7.
the head that somehow still in its full intactness, the head slams onto the cobblestone floor and just slides in front of Sirocco and Daki.
Uh-oh.
And in the room, you guys can hear the very almost entertained laugh of the creature that owns this castle. As it
What?
bellows through the entire room.
Screw you, you little witch. Ugh.
Well, that wasn't so bad. As he hits the ground without barely taking any damage.
For you, maybe.
Wasn't exactly a picnic for me.
Time to take a rest now.
I feel like maybe now it is time to
Lick
take
our
a break.
wounds? Yes.
You do notice the head of the mechanical dragon has a keyhole in the center of it.
I'm not
Are we
touching
going to
anything
try this
anymore.
again? Can anyone cast a mage hand?
Unfortunately, no. Garu, you are in the best shape out of all of us. Go grab the key and put it in there.
That is very true. He's gonna grab the key and he's gonna stick it in.
Okay. As you take the key and you place it inside of the head, you see as
Screen
it
away.
and inside rests a letter with the sigil of Helsgrave von Ravensborough sitting almost as if
Wait, the second letter.
protecting it.
How much you want to bet this is a trap?
What did you say? I can't hear you from 50 feet away.
I don't think it's a trap, Garu. Here, let one of us read it.
Okie dokie. He's gonna open the letter and he's gonna like see if he can read it. See if there's any braille on it.
So, as
Oh, we
you
said the
take
braille
one of
wasn't
your
invented
claws and you pop open the seal, you guys hear the rumbling within the room. A voice as the letter is read aloud.
Oh,
And
that's
that
good.
is where we're going to go ahead and end tonight's game.
Hey.
Voice acting by next week.
Voice acted by next week.
I have to get the voice acting assets.
Woo!
Woo.
Woo! Yeah, sorry. I know.
No, it's fine.
We are here.
Okay, so you guys did great tonight.
Were you
Yay!
expected to TPK us?
No, there's no chance in hell that I expect all this to have gone down the way it did. But pretty good fights, nonetheless.
Yeah. No, it's
Not
it
your
was
encounters.
really good.
I need to find a way to increase my movement.
So,
so
You need some
slow.
boots of elven kind.
Oh, ooh.
I don't think there's ways of boosting your speed without taking attunement slots.
Yeah.
all right,
That's gonna be a problem.
so that's where we're gonna go ahead, wrap up for tonight. We're gonna go ahead, jump on into some quick announcements, and then I'll leave you all to the rest. So, first off, This is, of course, a test to see on whether or not the streams will do well here on YouTube. I am going to do the rest of this part of the campaign on YouTube for a little while, see if we can get the best results as we possibly can. I hope that you guys enjoy. Also, hopefully this will give me a bit more leeway to upload faster onto YouTube without as much issues. That being noted, all of our past VODs have been fully uploaded onto the YouTube channel. I posted episode 75 earlier today. I was really happy. I was able to get that all out of the schedule, so there's that. Also, there'll be a new Friday video on my regular channel upcoming this week. I'll be talking more about madness and whatnots. I look forward to it. I think that's pretty much all I can say for right now. Just, Patreons and whatnots. Alright, Boo, how you now?
Hey there, I'm doing pretty good. I released the first 2 chapters of my comic this week, Sabbath Buster. And it is now officially out on Twitter, and I gotta fucking make either a webtoon or a tap-ass to, tap-ass.
Tap-ass!
I gotta put it on some kind of hosting site until I can get mine up, because, don't know CSS worth a shit. So, for the meantime, you can read everything up on Twitter, and updates actually start this Wednesday on the 19th. So get ready for that shit, because I'm going fucking Mobus mode on it now that I got all the introductions out of the way. It's gonna be great. Yeah.
Alright, so... Braki, how you now?
I am Braki, aka Brachisoid. I played River the Halfling Fighter, and not that many big announcements from my end, other than I'm just gonna be doing more streams of art and games at twitch.tv/Brachisoid. It's going to be a week of grinding, so it's going to be more likely Final Fantasy XIV streams. Speaking of Final Fantasy XIV, I'm going to be doing currently I just recorded and everything, and I'm currently editing a video regarding the current event. I'm hoping it's mostly just to humor myself, not gonna lie. But if people like Final Fantasy XIV content, I'm going to be releasing a video during the week, as I am currently working on it. So it's going to be a fun time. I want to try to be more productive. So if I'm playing 14, I might as well make something out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
You can find that on my Twitter at Brachisoid, or in my YouTube at Brachisoid.
Yeah.
Other than that, I don't really have any big announcements.
Alright, Caitlin.
Hello, I'm Caitlin C37. You can find me on Twitch and Twitter at Caitlin C37, where I do art. Commissions are open, so if people want any paintings, just let me know. They're open, so just shoot me an email. All that information is on my Twitter. Then whenever I do finally get back to doing some streaming, you can find all that work on my Twitch. That's it for me. Now, take it away.
I don't really have anything special to announce, but you can find my Twitch at twitch.tv/Sir_Malorek, and I haven't been streaming that much, but I tend to just stream whatever game catches my fancy at the time. That's it for me. On to you, Dai.
Yo, this is Daitomodachi. I play Ducky, the elf wizard. I released my first original pilot animation, Hamster Faceman, on my main YouTube channel. This week, so feel free to give that a watch. I'm also dropping the teaser for my Android 21 Gohanverse movie tomorrow at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, so please give that also a watch. Also, I plan on possibly returning back to streaming this week with my new VTuber avatar model, so that'll be interesting. I did a test run of the model during my Hamster Faceman pre-premiere live stream. It went reasonably well, so I'm thinking about using him in actual gaming streams. And that's about it.
Oh, I forgot to mention, I voiced Hamster Faceman in Hamster Faceman. Yeah. Me and Dai on the project together.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Burst, give that a watch. Support Yarl and the channel and stuff. Yeah.
Alright. And last but not least, our special guest, Distortion Devil, or Soraku, or Connor.
Hey, all of those are me. You can find me on Twitter, Twitch, and YouTube.com/DistortionDevil. I stream Tuesdays, Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. Be sure to look out coming within the next couple of months on my YouTube. Going to be starting up a new actual content series called The Unwritten Rules of Role-Playing. That will basically just cover the things that we all know but probably need to be said about role-playing games and making sure everybody has a great old time. Other than that, you can find me on my Twitch, Tuesdays, Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. Tuesday, playing some tabletop wargaming with my buddies Hey Mr. Rabbit and Count Widget. Fridays, Friday Funhouse, where I play a bunch of party games with my friends. Saturday, I'm playing through the Yakuza series. I'm on Yakuza 3 Remastered right now. And, Sundays, I'll be here for the foreseeable future. For a little bit longer, probably. But after that, I'll be playing some Monster Hunter Rise with Monteglue.
Yeah.
Nice.
Also, be sure to check out Dead House Sonata and my DM's Guild.
Yeah. All right.
Nice.
Sounds awesome. All right. So, I guess that's everyone. Nothing else?
Yeah.
All right. So, that being said, thank you guys so much for coming by. Thank you all for hanging out with us as usual. We love you all so very much. Stay safe out there. And as always, see you next Sunday. Have a good night, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye bye.